I am chasing the feeling. All right, now hopefully I hit the right button. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Marcus Summers, Major Linux, twitch.tv/Major Linux, and it's time once again for another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays. It is May 14th, 2026. And of course, I'm joined this week and every week by Kev. It's your boy Kev in the building. I did not hit the right button.
Let's try it again.
All right.
Run it back?
Yep, there we go. In the building.
What's good, everybody? How are we doing tonight?
Hey. Again, I really need to label that button. Like the column is labeled on my switch on my board here, but the button itself is not. And in theory, I would need to because the lights would work. But because like if I unplug it or reboot the computer, then the lights won't work. And it's like I gotta do something in voice meter to get it to work. And it's a whole thing. And it's just, you know what? I need to go find like a Sharpie or something and probably like color it in or something, or put like a piece of tape or something above it, around it, or like, hey, just here. Also, I'm starting to notice that there is like a area of where dust hasn't collected as much around that particular button. Maybe that could be the indicator, but then that would also require me to remember that very, very subtle change.
It's that thing where Selena Kyle goes to the keypad and like blows like smoke, blows like dust, and then you see all the different fingerprints of the keypad, and then goes hits the button.
I mean, insert any detective here.
Oh yeah.
So we have now figured out what the code is. Now we just need to know what the order is. But only one button is pressed. I wonder what the code is.
I wonder what it could be.
For audio listeners, you may not notice, but for video watchers, for stream watchers, you may notice that Sin is not here. Sin is taking a bit of a break this evening, so hey, get some rest. I'm gonna get this quote right here. Get some rest, cuddle up with Madam Meow, and we shall see you when you return.
Exactly. That is the de facto mascot of the Thursday, Madam Meow. First of her name.
All right, let's go ahead and get it done. All right, well, I don't want to put on another thing. Apparently, Twitch has added something, or they have modified something with their chat to where that little scoreboard thing at the top auto cycles.
Yeah.
It is very distracting.
It is, because I don't even like Crunchyroll like that.
No, not that. I'm talking about like the little scoreboard thing where it's like, hey, you can like cheer your way to the top. This gift the sub, all that stuff, like at the top of the chat. It's auto cycling now.
Yeah, I like that.
And it's making me think that there's a chat, and there is none. Say what you will about my chat, but
I think the chats are lively. Let's talk about it.
Yes, you cannot see anything over here. If you were here live, yeah, it's just
Yeah, it really do. I don't understand what you're talking about.
It's like Hassan Piker over here. What are you saying? Of course, people are chatting. Right. Ha 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 ha.
Like, there are people out here who basically we talking to them, their inner thoughts, and Jesus, and we be sitting up here. The longest time we still have that, and we also have Burge. That's a cow, and that's about and sometimes Diogen. But yeah.
Yeah, no idea what's happening. I mean, look, it's the chat's go, so I can't even read it. It's wild. Again, you got to be alive to see this.
They got to hit bits to like highlight messages.
Right. It's just it's wild, man.
Yeah.
You should see my Twitch payout checks.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I was another piece of good news. I got one of those today.
Mine came in a couple of days ago. It was like, oh, cool. I guess, yeah. It's nice to see these every once in a while. Thank you, Obscuro.
Yep.
I know they changed their name recently. The Hobby Painting NYC up until recently.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yes, thank you for those recent hype trains and whatnots. It's really help bring in some funds, because I got a bill today or an invoice saying, hey, Majors.house is due for a renewal. $60. So yeah. At one point I was like, you know what? Hey, look, we got to file another short link because this is a lot. And I was like, Marcus, you got it. You know you got it. Stop it.
It just hurts though.
It do.
One of those things, like, it's just one of those things when you think about it, like, damn, still got it.
I mean, it's for a year, but
damn. Yeah.
But look, it takes you to places like majors.house/discord, where you can join the Discord, majors.house/TTT and TTT vid, where you can get audio and video versions of this podcast, respectively. So yes, it has its uses. Trust and believe, but $60. Anywho.
Yeah, we just had that wonderful part of our life where we could be like, yeah, I can afford it. But woof. But at the end of the day, that woof moment is good. It's like, all right, let me go sit my hand down and eat this Pocky and then chill. Like,
Yeah. On this week's show, welcome to AI Talk Thursdays.
Shit. The way it feels like them days, it's like we went from talking about Musk every week to talking about Taylor. which then caused us to talk about Musk more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn you, Grok.
Surprisingly, there's not been much in the way of Grok related news, but it's more or less like that me paying penance for, I guess, for seeming like an AI booster at one point, but also like, hey, I'm not who y'all keep saying I am. Like, not like anybody's really saying much, but
right. Yeah.
Hey, I hate this as much as you do, but also not for the same reasons. We are not the same people.
We are not the same. You like, look at me. I have a nuanced, very appropriate take about AI. How dare? And we are just like, not for us. But to you, fam. Like,
Look, I'm sorry. I look at this in a Marxist-Leninist type of way as I don't know, we should pursue new technology if it makes our jobs, our lives easier. I don't know. That seems like a win to me.
I take this in the way of, what if Jurassic Park went wrong? That's why I take it.
I mean,
what if Jurassic Park went right? That's why I take it.
There we go.
Like, we still like, yes, we have created dinosaurs, but we also made really strong cages. Like,
or I don't know, we made them really fucking small.
Right. We made them very tiny.
Like, the most they'll do is just bite you and it'll hurt a lot.
Right.
It won't kill you. It will hurt like a motherfucker, but damn.
Right. We put them in little tiny cages so you can see them. We're like a little Disney World, but with little dinosaurs. That's it. Like, That's all I'm asking is like with guardrails, plenty of guardrails.
Yes.
Complete guardrails. Nothing but guardrails.
It's like this shit existed. We were doing this for a while. It's just that the capitalists got involved.
Yeah. So, I can say we were good until capitalism, and then look at what happened. Yeah.
What's going to ruin? There is a lack of fire. There is a lack of fire.
There is a lack of fire.
Do you not know that the Strait of Hormuz is closed? We cannot afford that fuel. LNG is done. Gas is done. Oil, like, look, I tried to buy a barrel of crude oil a month ago. Nobody wanted to answer my question on how does one acquire a barrel.
And where exactly could I keep it?
I mean, just in my backyard. I mean, just in the back there. I don't know.
Child, I put that bad boy. The way it's like right now, I put that bad boy in the house. And then say with a gold little placard says my crude oil. My crude.
Merge. I mean, sorry, not merge. Ruin. It was open, but only if you paid in Chinese yuan, which I was willing to do.
See.
Like it ain't nothing but a thing. Just Chinese yuan and get it exported out.
I seen the conversion rates. We can make that work.
It's just that the one shipping container I chose, the U.S. started shooting at it, and
it was just like, it just so happens it was on the way, but you know
it was on the main line. I told them what I want. Look, I'm a little church boy too, you know.
You made this YPD president real happy.
Anywho, let's get into it, shall we? Starting off with just terrible news.
Yep.
I don't even know how it's gonna get better from here.
Child, we're starting off bad.
We start off bad. This is coming from 404 Media. ICE agents have a list of 20 million people on their iPhones thanks to Palantir. Of course, I keep forgetting to log into 404 to see the rest of the article. But yeah, essentially, as we all know, Palantir is, the IT corporation or the IT company of fascism. And of course, they are powering any and everything that fascism could ever dream of from a technology perspective. And now 404 Media has gotten wind of how many records that ICE has in its possession to sit there and go after who they deem illegal, the worst of the worst immigrants, or just anybody that they consider a threat at this point. Because let's call it let's call it for what it is. I think we reported last week that the U.S. is sitting there trying to. Hold on. Is something wrong with my video? Why does it feel like my chin is cut off? Oh, it's not cut off. The empty space from your feed is coming up on me.
Oh, okay.
I forgot there is something else I had to do here.
Yeah,
there we go. I was wondering why my chin kept disappearing for a second.
One thing about the Tech Talk podcast, we will be building this plane while it's in the air. Yep.
Again, a product of me having to rebuild my Windows profile a few weeks ago. So things are still kind of new because this is the first show we've had since I've done that Sin was not here and had to rebuild the 2-person scenes. But yeah, I think we discussed this last week, where the U.S. government was trying to get information on a Canadian who has not been in the U.S. in over a decade. So if they're sitting trying to get Canadian information, they are definitely coming after your ass in the States. So you
Yep.
know you on that list. Because I don't even think there are like 20 million illegal immigrants in this country. Because that's one, I believe there are 0 of them.
Yeah, because what even is the population of the United States?
300 million.
That's what I'm saying, like a quarter. You saying like a quarter of a quarter?
Yeah, like this,
Is
like
illegal?
6%.
Yeah.
It's like 7%. It's a rounding error amount of people.
Like I said, like
So yeah, so with them having 20 million people, they were saying that they were using the data to go after somebody if they go to the house, like especially like if they were going door to door, right?
right.
They go to a house, knock on the door, nobody answers. They can just look on their phone and say, somebody of little importance is on the list and they live next door. We'll just go over there and get that guy.
Yep.
And it's like, what the fuck are we even doing?
Yeah. It's like you're trying to get people who they themselves are just random citizens because you can't get the ones you really want because they will fuck you up. Because oftentimes the ones they're going for, the real bad ones, they not staying here. They're in and out. But the ones that are here that have basically said burn their boats and they're saying we're still here, you're messing with the people who are not the bad ones, because if you went for the real bad ones, the real narcos, the Sicario cats, the ones that you demonize people for, would fuck your shit.
Exactly. Like y'all out here playing.
Sicario?
Like y'all out here sitting there playing Call of Duty. They will fuck your shit up, bro.
I mean, you won't even see them. Like, have you not seen Breaking Bad?
Like you think that mask is you think that little gator is protecting you? Nigga, let me tell you something, bro. They know you coming.
That's what I'm saying. Like the brothers, them are not the one. So that's what I'm saying. Like you're literally bringing in people who are undertrained, underprotected. I'm talking about the X-Men. And you're telling them to go off and do the things and fight, or like crime. But if they were in a situation where they had to go up against real bad dudes, real bad dudes, they'd fold every time. So these people are just bullying now. So that's what I mean. So this was never about security. This was about instilling fear to the immigrant population.
I mean, their IDF training is showing.
Right.
I was watching a video today, and it was like, excuse me, this Israeli dude who was fucking harassing Greta Thunberg,
which was wild.
And he was like, "Yo, like what? Like I don't even know what the fuck you say. It don't even fucking matter." He was talking some cash shit with her headphones on.
Right.
But I swear, as soon as she turned around, took the headphones. Hello. Oh well, boy, like, boy, I swear, just lost his shit, man. He ain't know what to do.
Because he was like, oh
no, I'm perceived.
It's like, oh no, a little Swedish girl. I'm not prepared. Hello? Like, I was only supposed to bother brown people. Oh, like.
And that's the thing, like, they don't. I mean, because like you look at a lot of these videos, especially a lot of the ones that came out in 2024 during these campus protests, where the only people that were being harassed were petite brown women.
Right.
Well, nobody fucking with no dudes. Well, nobody fucking with no white folk. It's just petite brown women. And it's like, y'all just like y'all are like just straight up buns, man.
Right. Because that's always been like the thing is like, bullies will always target the what they perceive to be a like light work to them. But as soon as you challenge them or show any form of resistance at any moment, they're all like, "Oh, I wasn't prepared for this. Like, I wasn't prepared for a fight." I mean,
that's why I'm out here now. I said, "Look, see me, nigga. Like, what's really good?"
See me? What do you mean?
Like I wish someone had the fucking audacity, bro.
I'd be like, I don't need hardware for you.
No. I mean, I got it.
I can clock you with a wet. I can clock you with a wet Q-tip.
Right.
You ain't nothing to me. Like, brother. Like, I ain't. No.
I got this fucking spaghetti noodle on me, dog. What's up?
Like I said, all I need is a ketchup bottle and a plastic straw, and you debilitated. You ain't nothing to me, dog.
Penne pasta.
One good juke, and the minks, and that's it. All I got to do is go whoop, and you gone. Olay, and you out. Mink.
Like, it is just fucking wild. Like, and that's why, like, I have an issue with folks who are like, yeah, like nonviolence and nonviolence. Like, nah, like it's gotten to a point I've heard that so much, especially recently. It's like, y'all do realize that y'all just doing the work of the empire for them, right? Y'all keep talking about like, man, there's so many guns out here, so much gun. Like, well, yes, that is true. We can address that situation, but you're talking about like we shouldn't have guns, we should be non-violent. Especially the motherfuckers talking about like, oh, when somebody's being violent at a protest, sit down. The fuck you mean?
Not me.
Nope. Ain't gonna catch me. Ain't gonna catch me point blank with the fucking bear mace. He ain't gotta lift up his arm.
Like, you think I'm just gonna sit there and let that man spray me?
Hell no.
Either I'm running or I'm fighting.
Fuck running, man.
I ain't got nobody. And where am I running to? And see, these ain't my running shoes. So, hello.
Who's a motherfucker? I was standing here and he assaulted me. Motherfucker, hey, that's it.
If I'm going to jail, I'm going to jail chipping a tooth. You think I'm gonna get sprayed with bear mace?
Bro.
And I'm still going to jail?
Bro. Like, what are we saying?
I'm going to jail with a freshly bear maced face? No.
Nah, fuck that. Like, ugh, that shit pissed me off, man.
Hold on.
Shoot. Like, I remember somebody was I remember I posted something about this earlier, and somebody came through and said, you're like, look, the reason we have people like Gandhi and MLK is because we have fucking folks out here fighting in the background.
I mean, forever. That's what I'm saying. Forever, MLK, there was always a Malcolm X, because it was like, you know, there's just times and places and instances where it's like ideology is different way. For every like Charles and Xavier, there's always a Magneto, and Magneto was never wrong.
No.
Magneto, they said they came for me twice. They came for me for who I was and then what I became. Like,
ooh.
like, ooh.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. And one thing 97 did, which is wild because it was Disney.
God.
Because I was like, I'm sitting there watching 97, X-Men 97, and I'm like, you mean to tell me this is Disney? This Disney.
Again,
the same Disney that I've been watching a long time ago? What? What do you mean?
And like I said, watching Andor and like fucking we like nigga, like y'all just really spelling out Stalin's life. Okay. All right.
What?
Okay.
I'm seriously, are we still watching Disney? I'm like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, when my man was talking about black medical exploitation. And like they brought up Isaiah Bradley, which I didn't think they were going to talk about, but they talked about Isaiah. Oh, so you talk about black medical experimentation? Are you sure this is Disney?
But the way that shit ended though, is like, you know, we have to sit across, we have to like reach across the aisle. Like, oh no,
yeah,
you were there, but you just lost me.
I mean, I see what you're saying, brother, but
it's like you were getting radical, and then the Democrats came and co-opted the movement. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I hate to see it. You should have stayed Falcon. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You became Captain America. It's like, you know what? It's like when you got them ideals and you become like, man, once I become a billionaire, I'm gonna do it, and then you become the billionaire, and then like, man, fuck that shit.
You know what? Maybe not. Maybe not.
You know what? Yeah, I like this island a little bit too much. You know, we'll wait to the next Billy to feed the figure out world hunger.
Yeah.
$1 trillion later. Look, let's wait to the next trillion. We'll get there.
We'll get there eventually.
We'll get there. What's going on, Magna? How you doing? Never fall for the island. No, don't go for the island. Don't ever go for the island.
No.
In more government news, courtesy of Ars Technica, twin brothers wiped 96 government databases minutes after being fired.
See, that's how you're supposed to do it. You know? How you do it? You know? You say, you know what?
Now, this what happens. You know what? Good for them until I realized who they were. It's like, oh, they weren't doing this for, fuck the government purposes.
No, this was spite.
It was spite, but also they have a history.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, so this isn't so much about the workers as much as it's just government ineptitude. Because y'all knew this. Y'all knew who these motherfuckers were. And you hired them anyway. So to get into it, Mudeeb and Sahab Akhtar, both 34, have been in trouble before. Back in 2015, the brothers pled guilty in Virginia to a scheme involving wire fraud and computers. Mudeeb was sentenced to 3 years in prison, and Sahib got 2. Let's see, this was not one off. Mudeeb had been assembling usernames and passwords, 5,400 of them. I'm sorry, skip the part. According to the government, however, the two couldn't stay out of trouble. For instance, on February 1st, 2025, Mudeeb Akhtar asked Sahib Akhtar for the plaintext password of an individual who submitted a complaint to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission's public portal, which was maintained by the Akhtar's employer. Sahib Akhtar conducted a database query on the EEOC database and then provided the password to Mudeeb. That password was subsequently used to access the individual's email account without authorization.
My lord.
This was not a one-off. Mudeeb had been assembling username and passwords, 5,400 of them taken from his own company's network data. He then built custom Python scripts to try these logins against common websites. For instance, his MarriottChecker.py application tested the logins against Marriott hotel chains. Mudeeb managed to log in successfully hundreds of times, including to DocuSign and airline accounts. Sometimes, if victims had airline miles stored, Mudeeb would book travel for himself. Apparently that was all found out, and on February 18th, the brothers were called into a Microsoft Teams meeting and were fired.
That's fine.
Took place at the end of the day. Said 5 minutes later, Sohaib was already trying to access his now former employer's network, but found that his VPN access and Windows account were terminated. Muneeb's account had been overlooked, however, and he immediately embarked on a campaign of destruction. Now, this is one that I will always give him props for. At 4:58 p.m., he wiped out a Department of Homeland Security database using the command drop database DHS prod DB.
It's given. Hit the delete button.
Naturally, AI was involved. At 4:59, he asked an AI tool, "How do I clear system logs from SQL servers after deleting databases?" He later asked, "How do you clear all event application logs from Microsoft Windows Server 2012?" Now, again, for people who think that AI will just lie to them, which again implies intent, which computers cannot have intent. They do not think. But whoever is, for the people who are constantly perpetuating this idea that, you know, AI is just going to fuck shit up. Like, AI will not give you the right information. In the space of a single hour, Munib deleted around 96 databases with the U.S. government information. He downloaded 1,800 files belonging to the EEOC and stashed them on a USB drive, then grabbed federal tax information from at least 450 people. But yeah, they've been able to sit there and cover the tracks.
Yeah.
Now, granted, from what I've been able to see, they were still, I think they were still being recorded.
Of course.
So it was like, bro, what?
Because it's like, why would you assume if you like if you log into your work network, you are not being watched, you're not being monitored.
But again, so after wiping out the database and event logs, the brothers reinstalled the operating systems on their corporate laptops with the help of an unnamed co-conspirator.
Oh, that person's not going to be unnamed that person is going to be unnamed very quickly. He's going to be very named. He's about to be very named.
Let's see, the thought of ransoming the data was introduced. It was like, nope, that's an admission of guilt. They will know who to look for. So it's like, nope, we're just going to delete it. Fuck them.
Yeah. It's like, ransom. That's terrible. You can't do that. It's like, ransoming and blackmail are two things, because it links you to something that you're finna do. And at some point, you're going to have to get the money.
Let's see, they bickered back and forth through all of this. And again, like, they were having this conversation. And it's like, the fact that this is recorded, someone's like, yeah, y'all really fucked up, because, like, we could just see this.
I'm like, what happened to like,
Signal?
I mean, I was going to say clandestine meetings in parking garages, but yeah, that's work too. Like, the Manchurian Candidate style.
Let's see, on March 12, 2025, a search warrant was executed at Sahib's home in Alexandria. Agents grabbed plenty of tech gear, but also turned up 7 firearms and 370 rounds of 30 caliber ammunition. Given his former crime, Sahib should have had none of this. The brothers remained free for another 9 months as the investigation proceeded, but both were eventually arrested on December 3rd and indicted for a host of crimes.
I love the what you line said. You shouldn't have had none of this, and it was like, America, baby.
Look, I was having a conversation Tuesday just on just how fucking easy it is to be able to buy guns in North Carolina, and it's like, yeah.
I mean,
like, somebody said, didn't you have to get a purchase permit? I said, no. I said, I just went into gun store, pointed at gun, looked at it, examined it, did a little thing. Yes, I want this one. And then about half an hour later, it was mine.
You don't even gotta go to gun store. You just gotta go to Walmart. Yep.
They will gladly allow you to fill out the application you need, do the little background check you need to do, and gun.
How much do bullets cost though? Surprisingly, not much.
It's a bit of a commitment. I haven't had to buy any, or not a lot of them. Like, I would normally buy mine at the range. I have a box of hollow points here that I bought for myself, for my house, for my protection. But yeah, I've normally spend about $30 for a round of 50.
Yep.
Look, no, Magna. See, we've had this conversation. I think before you got here. No, we will not disparage the ease of use of getting things. Because again, the government will not provide you with the things you would need to overthrow them. Not that you would do that. I would never recommend that anybody actually, take up arms and, try to seize the means of production away from the capitalist class. I would never do that. Magna, I'd be careful about that. I've learned about interstate travel with firearms. It's not as easy as you think it is.
Nope. It really isn't.
It is not that easy. Like, they're like, if you are on the interstate, hey, gun is yours. But you go into another state? Yeah. Oh, you in the same state. Okay.
Same state?
Same state.
You good. You good.
But yeah, I can't travel with my gun from North Carolina to New York. They'd be like, So when I go back and visit Liberty City once again, I gotta leave my gun at home.
Yep. Liberty City.
But yeah, let's see. I forget which one it was. Mudeeb, he signed a plea deal. Sahib took his to trial and lost. He is waiting to be sentenced. However, Mudeeb is writing the judge saying, "Hey, yo, my lawyer was buns. Please, can I have my trial retried, please?" And then, like, actually, because again, he's got time to be a lawyer. He's doing his own law defense. He wants to do his own law defense there, but he's also showing the various statutes that he feels like he should not be kept in jail. He does have some really good handwriting.
He does have good penmanship.
Saying that nobody was really hurt because, granted, this was during the beginning of the U.S. government's Doge era. There were still backups of the data, so they were able to get that shit restored, which is kind of what they were banking on.
Yeah.
They got it backed up. We delete it. They'll restore it. It's fine. Nobody's going to get hurt.
Come to find out, they let go of the backup people.
But no, they were able to restore the data. Again, DHS has 20 million people that they can pull up on an iPhone.
Real talk. Funnily enough, that's the premise of. I guess in a degree, it's the premise of the first Jurassic Park movie. Like they basically like broke into it, locked everybody out of units, and then it was a storm, and then the backups never came back on.
Damn.
And then the backups never came on. That's when the dinosaurs got out. Like, yeah, it's like, oh, well, the backups did go back on. We'll never know. I guess we'll never
know. Let's see. Magna says, should I feel guilty about hacking my coworker's home-hosted AI today because it felt kind of great? He had it able to write to local files, so I edited its memory. Okay, see, I'm glad you added additional context to that because I did not understand what was happening initially. I was like, this seems wrong, but I don't know why.
I don't know.
Now I fully understand why. Yeah, I would say if you were gonna, put a bot out like that, don't let it write to files. Don't do that. That's not great.
It's the equivalent of what we used to do. The people in my IT class when I was in IT classes, where somebody leave their terminal up, and we'd be like, they didn't They didn't lock that terminal down before they went to go get some Cheez-Its. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Moved all the icons into the recycling bin. Took a screen cap of everything. Moved all the things to recycle. So when they went to go click on it, they'd be like, "Wait, why is my sequel not opening up?" And they were like, yeah.
See, this is why my home hosted AI will only be available to me through VPN. So, ha ha ha. So yeah, look, one, make sure if you're gonna fire somebody, disable them credentials as soon as possible.
Quick.
Make sure you get both, like all the people. Maybe not hire criminals like this.
I mean, we're all about recidivism, but not like this. I mean,
the most destructive thing I've done, well, okay, not the AI, but the thing I've done because I thought I was doing something right by following the instructions was delete WSL off my computer. That was the most wrong I did. Like there was some actually, yeah, I don't think there was, nothing else has been that destructive. See, we had someone nuke an entire Power BI instance once. There's no restore for that.
GG's.
Whew.
Convimido.
Let's see. I'm trying. Yeah, I don't think there's like. Not. Yeah, I haven't done anything pretty destructive. Like one, when I'm doing the work, like I'm doing it on shit where it's like, all right, look, if I lost something, I'm not going to be as upset about it. And even with the WSL stuff that I lost, because a lot of that shit was documented, I was able to rebuild most of it from scratch. Like all I had to do was just go back, reinstall WSL, and was like, cool. Everything that I've had, there was a record of it written down from Claude. It's like, hey, Claude was like, all right, I see that you did that, which I hate that it does refer to itself as a person. It was like, I see that you did that. Would you like for me to restore it? And I'm like, yes. I had to wear the Dunce hat. It was great. But see, again, like I said, in this case, it actually provided them with all the right things that they needed to do to fuck over the federal government. But again, I'm going to play the blame solely at the government's feet.
Yeah.
They hired these two fools.
Mm-hmm. You would think the people with the background checks that's supposed to have the background checks would be like, they've kind of done this game before, like maybe low-level principalities, but never like a federal government.
Right. Moving on to some more government news. I thought I got rid of this one. Apparently I did not. Well, it's here and I'm gonna talk about it anyway. Department of Justice extracts $30 million settlement from PayPal over minority-owned business program. A testament to saying that, hey, I know people are upset by the Voting Rights Act being gutted. But that and the Civil Rights Act, both things that have been weaponized recently by this current regime, right? Podman. Who got Podman? I use Doc over here. I could, like, everything's just written for Docker. I could use Podman, but everything's written for Docker, and that's just where I am right now. Oh, I could switch over to Podman. I have to see how what that process would be like. I mean, it's not like I have tools in place that could help me migrate things like I'm currently doing. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But yeah, like I was saying, there are people who are upset for various reasons because, again, the Voting Rights Act has been gutted. We're seeing that the Civil Rights Act has been used against the people it's supposed to protect.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use this tech story to talk about something that actually just kind of brings something to people's attention. That it is something that I've been kind of talking about for quite some time. And why, when we keep talking about having Democrats in office because, they give us things like, or having liberals in office because they give us things like the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act, and they will fight to protect that. When they could have codified other things like, I don't know, marriage equality, Roe v. Wade, countless other things, actually shoring up voter rights or immigration processes that are now being exploited in other ways too. One, for this one specifically, for the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act, those policies are now being weaponized to hurt black people. White folks, I understand y'all might be really upset. Oh no, they're messing up democracy. No, you're fine. You were voting for the same Democrats that weren't doing shit anyway. This is hurting black people who were doing that voting as well.
Yes.
Like they were voting to not be hurt as much.
Yeah.
Now that's just being erased altogether and everybody's just going to be fucking hurt.
Yeah.
And that's all because, again, the Democrats who were holding the line and just like holding it, not actively pushing it, failed to do anything or failing to do things.
Quick side tangent. Are you familiar with you familiar with like Two Towers? Lord of the Rings Two Towers?
No.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell the story. I'm gonna tell a little bit of the story. Basically, the breakdown of it is there are the Rohirrim based. I'm gonna say I think it's like there's Rohirrim. They're basically holding the door. I'm probably getting this mixed up. It's probably Gondor. Probably like Lord of the King. So they're holding the door, keeping them from busting the door open. Right. The only thing they're basically the Gondorians are basically holding the door to make sure that the Uruk-hai and trolls don't get through. The ones that are actually doing something are Gimli and Aragorn by basically jumping into the fray and actually taking the fight to the people who are actually causing the harm, allowing the Gondorians to hold the door better. So when you hear the term "toss me," Gimli say "toss me" because I can't make the distance. Yeah, and now you got basically an angry man and a dwarf wrecking shop. That is what you're thinking. Like I say, the Democrats that you want is Gimli and Aragorn actually taking and holding the bridge. The person that we got are the Gondorians actually holding the door to making sure that nobody gets in. Both doing something, but not as one doing a lot more than the ones you think we got. A lot of them are just praying that the portcullis holds. Other people are actually, one is actually doing a battle axe to the kneecaps. The point I'm saying is,
and I would say none of the Democrats are doing that, but
you want Gimli chopping those kneecaps. That's what you want. You want that. You want that. But you're taking the ones that are just being like, guys, a little bit more shoulder on this charge, please. Please. That's what you want.
But yeah,
but really, you're getting the ones that are watching the portcullis being pushed.
Oh no, there's nothing we can do but just be here.
Be here, in case they come this way, and I pray they don't come this way, and they come this way.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But yeah, so again, the Democrats that everybody want, they let this shit happen.
Yes,
they're letting this shit happen.
Mm-hmm.
I Also, the shit that people are upset about, the things that they call rights, and like notice it was like Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act.
Yes.
If there is an act,
yes, it's not a law.
It ain't a right.
Right. It's not enshrined.
No.
It's not a law. It's an act. It's a poorly built structure that is held, but it is not enshrined as a law. Because acts are easy to break than laws.
Your Dim's response to 45, 47 is Biden and Newsom. Of course.
And we'll be right back to this again. Nothing will have changed. With Newsom, nothing will have changed.
And like, it's what's really bugging me too is like, they're like,
better
oh, AOC. AOC should run. No.
Where AOC is where AOC needs to be.
And I could argue just not even that either. But what's worse is that after the midterms, they're going to overturn 22nd Amendment so he can run for a third term.
Yep.
AOC has been saying some interesting things lately or recently.
No, they're all interesting.
I'm pretty sure she is. I'm not interested in it.
And whether or not anybody's going to take her seriously either way, sad to say.
I mean, the sad thing is people will take her more seriously than actual candidates who would actually fucking bust a grape in a fruit fight. But I mean,
yeah, that actually crack knuckles. Like they're like, I will put hands, and I'm like, it's all about electability, and it's like,
yeah, I mean the most radical person I've seen in Congress is Al Green.
Yep.
And I forgive him for not being able to do shit because that motherfucker needs the cane and he's shaking.
He's like, man, cane. He's the one senator that I would probably say he would probably get back the whole caning of Sumter. And that was, yeah.
Like I said, if we ain't throwing bricks in Congress, then what the fuck are we doing?
I was gonna say if our Senate ain't like other countries where they literally are throwing hands, like one guy took I think from the country of my father's country, the Bahamas, grabbed the scepter and tried to throw that bit out the window. The scepter of the day, because our parliament is like the same as like British parliament, because colonialism.
Yeah.
So when the mace is out, they put the mace out. And the mace is the day. Oh, the mace is out. The celebratory mace is out. We can have the day. And that man said, "Oh no, we not." Try to throw the mace out of a 2-story window. And what if somebody get hit with that mace? Come on now, be reasonable. Run out the door with it like a regular person.
Nah, throw that shit, motherfucker. I hope it hits somebody. My man
said, we not finna have one today. Grabs the mace, tries to throw it out the window.
Wake up, choosing violence.
That says, I will try to swing a celebratory mace with a figurative one. Oh God.
But yeah, look, y'all think y'all got rights? Y'all ain't got rights. Y'all ain't got no rights. If we have to do the shit that we doing right now, if we have to sit there and constantly have AI shoved down our throats, you ain't got no rights.
You ain't got rights. No rights without fights. That's what I'm saying. No rights without fights. Because them people have no problem taking it away. They're talking about we need our weapons against the tyrannical government. The tyrannical government is here.
Right. Like it's like all the motherfuckers who was sitting there shouting that shit out. Where y'all at?
Well, yeah. Y'all some real quiet right now. Real quiet. Was ready for this. The time is now. Ooh.
But so y'all just wanted to be just taken over by fascism. Oh, right, because it's white supremacy. Oh,
yeah.
Damn. So
I
it
tell you
was
every
about race. Damn.
Yeah, because I tell you every single time I love the videos that I love. My Roman Empire is watching like those like Kingsman horses biting the crap out of people for stepping in that box. That man said, do not get in that box. The horse will bite or kick, and the horse be like, "Oh, you think I'm playing?" They got a horse biting them on their day. Look at you being affected by colonialism. Colonialism is biting the crap out of you. And you're waiting to see somebody come to help you, and nobody's helping you because you got in the way of colonialism.
It's that one woman. It's that one woman who was hiding behind the column.
Yeah.
Like, what were you doing?
And they were like, "Get out of the box! Get out of the box!"
Why are you hiding?
And then all of a sudden, somebody with a Macaroni P4 comes out, and you're like, "Ma'am."
Also, I was feeling that Leninade video you sent me too. That was great.
When my man started doing the anthem, he was like, "Man, ooh, I've been waiting for this. Ooh, I've been waiting for."
DBA has awoken. Moving on. Now we're gonna force AI down your throats. Ars Technica.
Yep.
Amazon employees are token maxing. Damn it.
You know I hate this.
I do. The thing is, this was supposed to be introduced a few episodes ago, but I didn't click the article, so I forgot it. The word token maxing was supposed to be introduced, not this article. This is new. But yes, token maxing.
I'm too old for this.
Amazon employees are token maxing due to pressure to use AI tools. And it's this one and another one I'm gonna get to. And I got some I had some thoughts, but it kind of relates to what we were talking about earlier. Amazon employee, and this is coming from Ars Technica. Amazon employees are using an internal AI tool to automate non-essential tasks in a bid to show managers they are using the technology more frequently. The Seattle-based group, why the fuck do we call it Seattle-based group? It's just Amazon. Why? The Seattle-based group has started to widely deploy its in-house MeshClaw product in recent weeks, allowing employees to create AI agents that can connect to workplace software and carry out tasks on a user's behalf, according to 3 people familiar with the matter. Is this not the same tool that bought down AWS at one point?
I believe so.
I think MeshClaw was involved with an AWS outage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not seeing it at the moment. All these are kind of reporting the same story of. Yeah, this is still reporting the same story we're looking at now. Oh, so the hype train. So I got paid in AI. Fuck it.
Damn.
My hands are bloody.
Mm-hmm. You got paid by the fruits of AI.
Damn. What have I become?
It's like, what's next? Coca-Cola checks? Hate to see it.
Oh no! Microsoft is starting to send me checks now. Like, oh damn. Where were y'all last year before I was boycotting?
Right. Right. Like if they'd have caught us like 3 years ago, we just took the Microsoft check.
Yup.
Yep.
Gladly.
3 years ago? Gladly.
Yes, Game Pass all day.
Okay.
We were doing it for free. We were doing it for the love of the game back then.
We were doing it for the love of the game. We were like, you know what? You were on the big AAA side though, it's on the indie space. We were like, Game Pass is really great for the indie developers. I really like the way the Game Pass is doing, and I'm so happy to be able to play games from do the PC Game Pass. And then it's like now I'm like, look, I'm good.
Man, Forza came out today.
price went down and everything, and I said, you know what? No.
Price went down. Forza's out today, and then in Japan.
And IGN says it's a 10.
That's what I've been hearing good things about Forza.
You might have.
No.
Might have to, brother. But
holding strong.
Yeah.
We have, Roy. We have. It's growth.
Yeah, we came a long way. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. So there's this. So the Amazon employees are token maxing their just forcing AI down the employees' throats to do this. Also on top of that, Meta employees are protesting the company's mouse tracking program. We reported on that. This is coming from Engadget.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shockingly, Meta employees aren't too keen on training their robot replacements. Reuters reports that workers have begun circulating flyers at multiple U.S. offices to protest the company's installation of tracking software on their work computers. Quote, don't want to work at the employee data extraction factory? The flyer asked. They've reportedly been found in meeting rooms, on vending machines, and even in the most sacred of spaces, atop toilet paper dispensers.
Ooh.
It's not sacred enough until it's on top of the urinal.
Yeah.
Where it's like when you are peeing, you have to read the flyer. The company I work for does this. I am forced to look at AI slop when I use the bathroom, and I don't know how to feel about that. Actually, I do know how to feel about that. The pamphlets encourage employees to sign an online petition protesting Meta's employee surveillance program. The flyers and petitions cite the U.S. National Labor Relations Act. Quote, workers are legally protected when they choose to organize for the improvement of working conditions. End quote. The petition reads, a similar movement is underway in the UK where workers began organizing a unionization campaign with United Tech and allied workers. So these two articles alone, so I posted this Meta story. Excuse me, I think it was either yesterday or early this morning. And I had somebody come in my mentions who was like, fuck the employees. Like, where's my data at? Well, fuck the employees, they took my data. I said, whoa. I woke up before I even put my glasses on. I said, what we are not going to do today is start shaming fucking employees. We are not going to be in these streets, especially my fucking mentions, going after the working class.
No.
And especially on the Meta story on which the Meta employees were being surveilled by the company.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is what we're not going to do.
No.
To which they're supposed to, well, I don't care. Like they're working, they're responsible. Like, let me tell you something. We're in a capitalist hellscape. We are doing things in order to survive. And I'm going to tell you, as somebody who is also in the tech space, who works for a company who may not be forcing AI down people's throats, but is an employee who has AI being forced down their throat, on top of the fact that I work for an industry that, hey, you know, people have lost their lives over. Maybe shouting at the employees who are developing technologies that they did not want this to be used for is the way to go.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like you're shouting at Meta employees who have nothing to do with taking your data. Because this is company wide. Right. Accounts receivable ain't got shit to do with your data. Mm-hmm. The janitors ain't got shit to do with your data. Cafeteria
point-
workers ain't got shit to do with your data.
Nope.
And while you were tuned in the status while I'm playing game, the fact that, again, we've got companies like Amazon who are having these tools shoved down their throats because of the fact that, again, performance metrics are being tied to performance metrics. Not only your boss, but your boss's boss and his boss and the fucking CEO was trying to justify the cost of using all these AI tools. So they need to see people using them, even if it's for mundane, dumb shit. Then yes, I can write an email. I don't need it to write an email. Now again, I don't mind if it's helping explain code, if it's, helping me debug shit. But to write a fucking email for me, I don't need it to do that for me. I don't need it to click random things for me. I can do that. Honestly, the most useful AI tool that my company has made was one where I can go into Teams and say, hey, I need to take a day off. And that's the best AI. The AI that helps me not work. Say, hey, schedule a day off for this day. Cool, we got it. Boom. See, what's funny is that isn't even a new phenomenon. I remember going to banquet halls and wedding venues that double as adult clubs, and ads at the urinals has been a thing all the way since the 2000s. Oh, I'm not down that at all. Many employees will steal your personal data, but draw the line at mine. Burge. They'll take it all to the warehouse. Has nothing to do with the price gouging. I mean, it doesn't, but also that's private property. If I can't seize the means of production, who am I to stop somebody from burning it? Who am I to stop somebody from destroying the means from being profited off of by the capitalist class? I'm not advocating it, but look, I can't say that I would feel bad for the company who lost a warehouse. And, I might go put some money on the books of the person who did it. Maybe contribute to the GoFundMe,
Always mutual aid. Mutual aid is always important.
Mutual aid is very important. Just putting it out there. Not that I'm advocating for the destruction of private property. But yeah, so yeah, after I mentioned that to the individual, they kind of came back and said they kind of changed their tune a bit, but they also mentioned too, look, I've been burned by the company, blah, blah, blah. I said, look, I get that. Honestly, I do. And I'm pretty sure, again, it's not like, when I say we should always reach out to other people in the working class, even if they don't necessarily agree with all of our politics, but unified working class is better than just picking and choosing who you want to fight with you, because that's a much smaller group and you can get picked off.
Right.
It's not to say that there are people who are going to be fucking traitors to the class. Again, like police officers. People who will sit there and stand who will stand on the side of fascism to keep you from doing the things you need to do to liberate yourself.
Right.
And it's at that point, if you are standing in front of me and in front of my in whatever tool I have at my disposal to fight for my liberation along with my class, you are responsible for whatever happens to you. I am not liable for whatever hole might be in your body because you chose to stand in the way of progress. Because you felt like the almighty dollar was worth protecting. You felt like the pedophiles were worth protecting.
Mm-hmm.
You had like the cannibals were worth protecting.
Mm-hmm.
That's on y'all. We tried to tell you, we gave you a chance, say, hey, join us, but you was like, nah, dog. Hey, that's on you at that point. We out here organizing. You join now because when shit pop off, hey, and nothing I can do for you then.
Indeed.
Merge, like I said, I will give people to the last possible second. If shit pops off and you out there sitting protecting the data center, look, people's tunes will change when they realize that life is on the line. I'm just saying. When shit pop off, where you stand? You gonna sit there duck and cover? Like, oh no, this is too much. I gotta hide. Or you gonna sit there stand with the folks who gonna sit there do the shit and make the meaningful change? All I can say is they just better move out the way. If they choose to be complicit when shit hit the fan, they better stand 10 toes down and move the fuck out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Cause not only is there no war but class war, but when that war is over, there will be trials. Where were you? Oh, you hid? We'll see. Let's see here. More news from Engadget. Tech companies lobbied away stricter rules on gas-powered data centers. I would say, why would they need to lobby when they can just ignore the laws to begin with?
That's always the funny part. Why are you lobbying for something for rules that you don't listen to? Like,
because eventually they have to be on the right side, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's a ask for forgiveness instead of beg for permission type of thing.
Yeah, it's better to ask for permission than forgiveness than permission. Yeah.
So it's like, we didn't know it. Damn, that's us. If only there was a way we could continue to do this and actually not run afoul of the law. Slides a briefcase full of $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
A pollution watchdog has dropped a proposed ruling that could have cut CO2 emissions from data centers dozens of times faster than the current system. The Financial Times reports, following lobbying by tech industry groups, the Science Based Targets Initiative (SBTI) decided to not recommend a protocol that would have made it more difficult for tech companies to use clean energy investments to offset fossil fuel pollution. In order to avoid pollution charges, tech giants say they're offsetting fossil fuel generation with investments in wind, solar, and other forms of green power. That does not work.
Nope.
They use certificates to offset those emissions backed by net zero energy projects, even if those projects are located in other states or regions and generate the power at a different time.
Yeah.
For instance, a fossil fuel powered Texas data center running at night can offset CO2 pollution via certificates used when solar energy is purchased during the day in California.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Companies with nearly $5 trillion of revenue, including Apple, Amazon, and GM, have launched a lobbying effort called May Not Shall, arguing that time and location-based energy rules be optional. Such rules were onerous and could discourage clean energy investments, they claimed. Google, by contrast, argued in favor of time-based hourly clean energy matching. Google is the largest corporate renewable energy buyer in the world by far.
Yes.
Which means like, hey, we'll buy those carbon credits. You know, we'll build this data center in Africa, but we'll plant trees in Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll offset it.
Yeah.
That's not how that fucking works.
It doesn't. It should be the offset of the ecological damage that you did in the area in which you ecologically damaged. Like, that's what's supposed to be. You know?
But you can't do if you build a data center there.
Yeah, what you can't do. Mm-hmm. Also, I feel like that's kind of like a wide way of like guilt omission, because it's like you're like ruin one place, but then make another place look nicer as like a omission of guilt. Like, we didn't do anything wrong. We plant, like, guys, we built a data center in Fayetteville, Georgia, but we also added new, you know, plants to the Everglades. We did that. We did a nice thing. We funded a plastic collection in the Philippines. We did that. We did a great job.
You put these green initiatives in places they would never put green initiatives.
Right.
Because mainly a lot of this shit is racist as fuck.
Yeah.
We will destroy the Philippines with a data center and build and plant trees in Israel.
Yeah. Pine trees.
You know, a place where pine trees don't grow.
And if somebody could tell you who has pine trees and know how flammable they are, yeah. 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 Yeah.
But people are fighting back though.
Yeah.
This is coming from the People's Dispatch. A massive AI data center transforms rural Utah into a national flashpoint. A growing movement in Utah is challenging the Stratus Project, a city-sized AI data center backed by TV personality Kevin O'Leary, over concerns about democratic oversight, water use, and environmental collapse. Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Mr. O'Leary is, what was his name? Mr. Wonderful? I think that's his.
Yeah, but I feel like he gave himself that name, which he probably did. But not so wonderful, actually.
The county commissioners had just voted to approve one of the world's largest data centers, a 40,000-acre complex known as the Stratus Project, is now moving forward in the rural area. These data facilities, although typically much smaller, are the essential infrastructure powering the AI technology boom. Backed by celebrity investor Kevin O'Leary, known internationally for the television show Shark Tank, and Utah's Military Insulation Development Authority, the project would be roughly the size of Washington, D.C., 160 square kilometers.
Oh, yeah.
This hyperscale data center is set to consume 9 gigawatts of power, more than double the total energy consumption of the entire state of Utah.
Yeah.
Relying solely on natural gas-fired energy generation. Which, where would they get that from? Ain't it stuck in the Strait of Hormuz? Reports indicate this would increase the state's emissions by 50%. An estimated 16.6 billion gallons of water per year will also be required to operate the facility's turbines. The quantity of water isn't the only concern, but also the source. Stratus would have to tap water sources that environmental groups warn will impact the Great Salt Lake, the largest saline lake in the Western Hemisphere, and a critical ecological hub for millions of birds and other species. After the commissioners approved the project, nearly 4,000 Utahns, I guess that's how you pronounce it, Utahns, filed protest responses with the Utah Division of Water Rights against the project's application for water rights to a direct tributary of the Great Salt Lake. Appeals cited concerns over worsening drought conditions, the ecological collapse of the Great Salt Lake, rising energy costs, toxic dust from the drying lake bed, and what critics describe as a Russian opaque approval process with no community input. The application was subsequently withdrawn on May 7th.
Yep. And as I have said this many times, your local leadership, your state, county, and city governments have way more control over you as a person than any president, any senator will ever have. They fast-tracked that, offered no discussion, and then basically voted on it via satellite. Offered no discussion for it, which a lot of when these big projects have to be discussed, they have to be discussed and rediscussed and discussed again. And they basically said, yeah, we're gonna basically ram it through because money. But I also say, unlike the president, a lot of those people live in that area. A lot of them people live in that area. They go to the stores. They go to.
I mean, but O'Leary doesn't think so. Refusing to back down on the project after the vote passed, O'Leary later dismissed the mass outrage. Quote, "We think over 90% of the protesters are actually not people that live in Utah."
Which is,
why would anybody just go to Utah?
Who don't? Why would anybody be mad about Utah that's not Utonians? Come on now.
Like, my thing is, like, every state probably has an AI data center project.
Oh my God.
Why would anybody travel to any other state to do this when they have a fight in their own fucking state?
Right. Like I found I was say how many days in Fayetteville near Atlanta, and they let that happen. Oh. There's big data center fights in all states. That's the point. That's the thing, babe. They fighting everywhere. So it's just this like random dismissal of facts of being like, well, it's all like, oh, it's outside aggressors and nobody had this, nobody was thinking like this before. Why all of a sudden it's a big picture now? Because people want clean air and fresh drinking water.
Now China's taking our good air and giving us our bad air.
As a Georgian, I get that right.
Herschel Walker.
Herschel.
Oh man. Commissioner Tyler Vincent defended the vote, claiming the agreement reflected, quote, thoughtful consideration of long-term economic opportunity, infrastructure planning, and responsible stewardship.
Yep.
No, it does.
No.
Stop lying.
Yeah.
Because after a data center is built, I mean, sure, you would give employment to contractors to build it, but when it is done being built, they no longer have a job, and it only takes 5 people to run a data center.
Yeah.
So you're not bringing jobs, you're not bringing money in.
No.
Nobody has made a profit from any of this shit.
Right, because the five people are not going to make a dent in the economical wealth of wherever they're from. So, and most often they're not from the area themselves anyway. The ones that will be working the data center. So you're not hiring the community. The community is not building it community's paying for it, and the community is dealing with the after effects. But the community's not working there. The community didn't build it, and the community's not going to see the fruits of the labor for having it in the thing anywhere. Because it's like, as you say, 5 people going to a Chipotle is not going to do enough economical wealth that, say, a Hyundai, center building set like a factory or an industrial complex would do. Come on now.
Merch says, how many homes could be built in an area the size of DC?
A lot, probably.
And the thing is, like,
Just
we got plenty of homes as it is. We got plenty of homes as it is, but no, we can't build homes because, then the illegals will take them.
We can't afford it.
We can't afford it because all the illegals got them.
Yeah.
Ruin says, we had a potential data center getting built in a town here in Jersey. People were pissed enough they backed down. We had
the NIMBYs got involved.
We had one being planned in Apex, and they withdrew the contract for that after vocal opposition.
Yeah.
Like I only know like one we were getting involved in it, and I was going to go shoot a reel, going to take the drone out to kind of shoot the area where they were proposing it, but as I was getting ready to leave, I found out they pulled out of the deal, so I was like, oh fuck! Now I have a charged drone and nowhere to fly it.
Look at me, a charged drone and nothing to fly.
But then I realized that it still was not really fully charged, and I had to deal with that for Mayday. And then when I finally figured all that out, realized that a propeller was broken. So now I'm waiting for a part to come in so I can fix the propeller. On the first paragraph in the article, I'm looking at a rural Sussex County town embroiled in a heated dispute over building a data center is now reversing course and backing away from the idea that supporters said could have brought millions of tax revenue to the community. Obviously, they didn't want that tax revenue.
They didn't want the
millions.
Tax
Millions said it would bring tax revenue. Mm-hmm. Again, I need to know, where does this money come from?
Where are the millions of dollars of tax in the room with us?
Yeah, they're there. The supporters, the money. Where are they here?
Mm-hmm. Is the tax revenue in the room with us? Are the jobs in the room with us? Is the hundreds of jobs in the room with us? Hello?
Film instead of shoot. I would like record, because technically I'm not using film. They're cutting people? Oh wait, was that said? It's cut off. I feel like, they're cutting people's power in Lake Tahoe. You're getting ahead. You're getting ahead of the show, Magna. I think. Yes, you are. You see the future? Let's see, from Engadget. Americans really don't want AI data centers in their homes.
No.
And water is wet.
NIMBYs. And NIMBY, and like for the first time, I think in a long time, NIMBYs are gonna have to lock in. This is your moment, NIMBYs. Right.
Let's get away from the notion, because again, I really cannot stress this enough. Your elected officials are fucking failing you.
Exactly, every single time.
Left, right, and center. What are we doing?
And then it's like the NIMBYs who usually are the problem having to be the solution for once, and it's like, oh, okay. Gotcha. Sure. All right.
Oh no, am I a NIMBY too? Oh my god.
Yeah. No, you're just NIMBY shaped.
Let's see. According to a Gallup poll, the polling company asked 1,000 adults across the U.S. about their views on AI data centers, and 71% were against having one in the local area. Almost half of the respondents, 48%, were strongly opposed. On the flip side, just 7% were strongly in favor of having a data center close to their home. I want to talk to those 7%. That's like, what, 70 people? What was the benefit? What's the benefit? What is the benefit of having an AI data center near your house?
Not really.
I'll wait.
I mean, you ain't got to wait for long. Not really.
There are plenty of reasons. Of course, I'm going to name the obvious ones. There are plenty of reasons to not want to live close to data centers. They often require a lot of land. They can be loud, and some nearby residents have raised environmental concerns over noise pollution. SpaceX's AI division, formerly XAI, recently added more natural gas turbines to a Mississippi data center despite facing a lawsuit over alleged violations of the Clean Air Act. Other companies are using such turbines to power data centers too. Data centers also tend to use a lot of water, which can cause shortages.
Yep.
Electricity costs have soared for folks in some areas given the vast amount of power required to run data centers, which, you know, they get discounts on, and we have to foot the bill. And oh look, the residents of Lake Tahoe in Nevada and California don't quite know where their power is going to come from as of May 2027, which I guess I'll skip to this one from Ars Technica, where the energy supplier abandons Lake Tahoe residents to serve data centers. The tourist and ski resort town of Lake Tahoe must scramble to find a new energy supplier by May 2027. The result of a Nevada utility company saying it needs the power capacity in part for new data centers. The resulting energy crisis impacts 49,000 California residents who live near Lake Tahoe, nestled in the Sierra Nevada mountains on the border between California and Nevada. And Ruin answers that question as you have tuned into status where he's asked the question where you've tuned into status where I'm playing game. Where do you find a new energy supplier? Like, how? Like, isn't that a utility? Isn't there laws that say utilities just cannot, like, not serve people? I mean, I know Texas is on some weird bullshit, but Lake Tahoe's local energy provider, California-based Liberty Utilities, has been obtaining 75% of its power from the Nevada-based company NV Energy, but the latter has said it will stop providing power to the Lake Tahoe region by May 2027, according to extensive reporting by Fortune. Merge, I would need you to stop. You just gotta plug your house into the bottom socket.
Dam up the river that the data center is polluting. What? Why does that feel like? Why does that feel like a Captain Planet plot? Like
because
we've
literally
damned the rip. We've damned the rip.
Also, yeah, like right here, like this doesn't make it, like I've read it earlier, but like this just further exacerbates the problem. The situation is further complicated by the fact that, quote, no single regulator oversees the entire chain from power generation to customer bills, end quote, according to Fortune. California residents of Lake Tahoe pay rates approved by California state regulators, but the Liberty grid that services them sits under NV Energy's authority and is fully reliant on Nevada's power transmission lines. What?
Yep. So it's basically like
robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Really, it is. It's like because we have in our areas we have Georgia Power, and then it's like you have Alabama and Mississippi Power. So it's almost like as if we're drawing Georgia Power, but then in some places of states it's like it's a split system between Alabama and Georgia.
You know who doesn't have problems like this? China.
Surely don't.
Because the shit's fucking state owned.
It's on. Yep.
If it is critical to the humans on the land, the state owns and regulates that shit. That way, this does not become a problem.
Oh, you be on some BS? You're getting the call. You get the call.
It's not even a call. Like, again, the state owns it. Like, the state runs it.
The state runs it and regulates it, and then you just say,
ain't no company.
Here's your bill.
And you know what? Because the state fucking runs it, that shit's cheap as a motherfucker too.
Because like I said, because who we paying? But the people who help us maintain it. Hello? And we pass the savings off to you, the people.
But no, China's the bad guys. China is evil. Communism and socialism is the worst. Oh no. The fuck out of here with this bullshit, man.
It's bad. It's bad because it's making us look bad.
And more fucked up shit. This is from 404. University claims water from nuclear weapons data center is unlawfully discriminatory to data centers. These laws that you say protect you and give you rights are being used against you. I know this isn't technically Citizens United, but it is Citizens United shaped. The University of Michigan has sent a legal threat over a year-long pause that will prevent water hookup to a proposed nuclear weapons research and AI data center. Los Alamos National Laboratory and the University of Michigan are looking to build a $1.2 billion, 220,000 square foot data center in insert township here. Ypsilanti, if you're nasty.
Yeah.
On April 22nd, the Ypsilanti Community Utility Authority passed a 365-day moratorium on the delivery of water to hyperscale data centers in the area while it conducted environmental sustainability and long-term water use studies. As reported by MLive, the university had delivered and emailed a legal threat to the UCUA, or the YCUA, on April 21st, the day before it was to vote on the proposed water moratorium. According to a copy of the letter obtained by 404 Media, the university feels the moratorium is, quote, unlawfully discriminatory, end quote, against data centers, and it promised to pursue, quote, all rights and claims for relief, end quote, if its demands weren't met. A university, hand in hand with a government agency under the Trump regime, is going to sue a municipality for being discriminated against because of a proposed data center that's being discriminated against. A building that is not alive, that technically has no rights, is being discriminated against. Magna hasn't even been built yet. It has 0 employees. The building doesn't even exist. Luther Blackburn, YCUA's executive director, told 444 Media that the organization had no comment on potential or pending litigation, but did confirm that he'd received illegal communication from the university. Quote, YCUA staff are working on a request for a proposal to complete the investigations and studies outlined in the moratorium. Excuse me. I believe YCUA has acted lawfully and in accordance with industry best practices by issuing the moratorium. The university disagrees. Quote, the university objects to any such sector-specific moratorium, which would be legally invalid because, among other defects, it would be unrelated to any documented utility or public health needs. As a threshold matter, a moratorium on utility service is permissible only when linked to legitimate utility considerations such as documented capacity constraints, public health issues, or genuine financing challenges. I don't know, when you are threatening to take the water away from the citizens of a place, when you are threatening to just make the water undrinkable for the people of a place, I feel like that's a documented capacity constraint or a public health issue. I don't know. I feel like the University of Michigan should have like an environmental sciences department that maybe could explain to these motherfuckers like, yo, the shit y'all putting in the water after the water goes to the data center is bad to drink. It's non-potable. It cannot be used anymore. What are you... Again, there are people who are policing their own class on how to live their lives, from SNAP benefits to protesting to what tools they use to do a thing. Yet, you have giant entities like a university, the federal government, billionaires, private equity firms bulldozing their way through local municipalities and the people who live there, the people who work there, to destroy the environment, to displace countless people and animals. But y'all keep coming for me for a little automation. Because I can tell you something right now. The shit I got going on can work under its current capacity, probably could work under lower capacity. But y'all keep coming for me while they continue to build more, because guess what? The ruling class will always want us to sit there, be divided and fighting amongst ourselves instead of fucking fighting them. While y'all sitting there trying to lecture me on Mastodon, they're doing shit like this. The time y'all spent arguing with me could be in your fucking town council meetings, your city council meetings. We see that it's working in Utah. We see that it's working in New Jersey. We see that it's working here in North Carolina. It's working all over the place. But a lot of y'all chicken shit keyboard warriors who keep trying to attack random people for just using the AI tool here and there. We aren't the problem. If you got beef, go fucking punch a Wolverine. Don't punch a Wolverine, literal and a University of Michigander. Don't do it. Don't punch them unless they're Nazis. Then sure, look, I'm not your lawyer. I'm not your mama. But there are actual people that you can sit there and fight against and sit there and make actual legitimate material change. Instead of fighting amongst your class. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But there's even more AI news, Kev. Can you believe it?
Oh, yeah.
And this is going back to that carbon. I'm going to bring back that carbon credits argument I was talking about before. How, you can build a massive data center in another country. That just maybe full black folks. Mm-hmm. And so, we're doing something for the environment in Seattle.
Yep.
To offset this data center. But apparently for some reason, and it may just be the French colonialism that's going on in Kenya. But tech companies just love to pick on fucking Kenya. Because not only is their labor being exploited for AI, but now their land and their resources are being exploited. This is coming from Tom's Hardware. Microsoft's massive Kenya AI data center would require switching off half of the country to meet power requirements, government says. $1 billion project stalls over capacity disagreements and lack of infrastructure. Oh, look. It's Abu Dhabi, one of the white people's vacation destinations. A $1 billion data center that Microsoft and Abu Dhabi-based AI firm G42 plan to build in Kenya has stalled after the Kenyan government failed to meet Microsoft's demand for guaranteed annual capacity payments. Wait, what? What do you mean pay? Are they paying them? Kenyan President William Ruto put the scale of the project's power requirements into clear terms at a recent state event in Nairobi, saying the country would need to, quote, switch off half the country, end quote, to keep the facility running.
Yep.
The first phase targeted 100 megawatts of capacity and was expected to be operational by this year with a long-term goal of scaling to 1 gigawatt. If 1 gigawatt is half of... What are we even doing? President Ruto isn't exaggerating about shutting off half the country's power. Kenya's total installed electricity capacity sits between 3,000 and 3,200 megawatts, and peak demand reached a record 2,444 megawatts in January, according to data from Kengen, the country's government-owned electricity producer. Kenya's Microsoft campus was set to be the first facility that Microsoft and G42 built together after Microsoft invested $1.5 billion in G42 back in 2024. That deal followed G42's agreement to divest from Chinese holdings and strip Huawei equipment from its systems under pressure from Washington. There go. Microsoft's president, Brad Smith, joined G42's board as part of the arrangement and described the Kenya project at the time as the single best step forward for digital technology in the country's history. So you remove China from the equation, bring in the US, and of course, there you go, your pipeline into exploiting Africa even more. Hope you're in the power half of the country. Thanks, Microsoft, for bringing this tax revenue to us. Like, this is just it's fucking gross.
It is.
Speaking of Microsoft, amidst Xbox boycotts and media pressure, Microsoft reportedly restructures Israeli office after internal investigation into ethical violations. This is from Eurogamer, so this is, this is the part where I bridge gaming and tech together. Microsoft's investigation into the ethical conduct of its Israeli office and its work with the Israeli Ministry of Defense, particularly in relation to storing user data on Microsoft servers, has resulted in the departure of the general manager there and several other managers. This is according to news publication Globes, which also heard that for the time being, Microsoft's rudderless Israeli office will be led by Microsoft France. We replace one colonizer with another.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft's investigation is a result of a report aired on The Guardian last year about the use of Microsoft's cloud technology and artificial intelligence services by the Israeli military during the most intensive bombardments of Gaza. People Make Games also published a detailed video on the issue later that year, reporting from a Microsoft data center in Holland alleged to have been storing Ministry of Defense intercepted audio recordings and many other forms of data from millions of Palestinian people. Globes reports that Microsoft decided to, quote, unilaterally terminate, end quote, its usage agreement with IDF Intelligence Unit 8020 in September last year because of the surfacing reports and the subsequent protests that erupted because of them. Not because they were just doing bad shit. It's like, oh no, you made us look bad.
Yep.
Oh, look. Microsoft President Brad Smith wrote, as per Globe's report, quote, Microsoft is not a government or a state. We are a private company, and like any company, we decide what products and services to offer our customers. We decided to investigate the Guardian's claims about the IDF's use of Azure to store recordings of phone calls obtained through extensive and mass surveillance in Gaza and the West Bank, based on two principles: protecting privacy and preventing mass surveillance of citizens. We have applied this principle in every country in the world and have insisted on it repeatedly for more than 2 decades. Microsoft. What is Microsoft Recall or Windows Recall?
Mm-hmm.
What's all this adware installed on my Windows PC?
Yep.
Why is any Microsoft product in my house constantly phoning home to Microsoft?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I guess we agreed to it in the user agreement, right? I guess that's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
I agree to be surveilled by Microsoft.
That EULA is EULAing sideways.
Let's see, the Globe report goes on to point out that Microsoft and Israel's Ministry of Defense are due to renew their contract at the end of the year, and that apparently both parties are interested in continue it. Quote, albeit on a smaller scale, end quote. Meanwhile, the Israeli Ministry of Defense is apparently eyeing Amazon and Google's cloud storage as an alternative. What do you mean eyeing? They're actively using it.
Mm-hmm.
Just Google fucking Project Nimbus. Microsoft declined to comment on Globe's report, but Eurogamer reached out for comment. Probably not going to get it there either. So, Kev, I don't know about you, but The protest continues.
Yep. We never left. Can't stop, won't stop.
And for those who do not know, for those who are tuned in and do not know what protests we're talking about, or at least for me, is the BDS of the boycott, divest, and sanctions movement that was started by Palestinians to boycott, divest, or sanction companies that are aiding and abetting Israel's genocide of the Palestinians and occupy Palestinian territories.
Yeah.
Microsoft explicitly was not added. Xbox was, however, again, recognizing that Microsoft is a brand or is a company that can't be fully avoided, again, with them having so much market share when it comes to computing.
Yeah.
And up until recently, actually not anymore because of AI, the AI rampocalypse. Microsoft is pretty much the cheapest place you can get a computer that works somewhat decently.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, there are also Chromebooks. But Microsoft does have majority of the market share. You can't help but to throw a rock and hit a Microsoft computer or a Microsoft or Windows running computer. So again, it wasn't so much about the things that you can like barely avoid as much as things that you can definitely avoid. And Xbox was definitely that entity.
A very avoidable entity, like a very avoidable, boycottable subsidiary of Microsoft.
Yes. And as Merge points out, as you tuned in to Status while I'm playing game, yes, I do mean the Google Books, not the Chromebooks, the Google Books now. But yeah, so like you can, while you can't necessarily avoid Microsoft, you can avoid Xbox, Xbox peripherals, Xbox consoles, Xbox Studios, games, Game Pass. And again, Microsoft kind of made that easy for you because of the aforementioned AI rampocalypse. Whereas like it's too expensive to get into any of that shit anyway, even though, Game Pass prices did go down. But games are becoming more expensive. The consoles are more expensive. The accessories are they are relatively staying the same. But again, moving to a different platform, that's not easy. That it isn't easy. I say if you're looking for a console, hey, look at Sony. Somebody tried to throw that shit in my face though today. Well, if you're gonna apply that pressure to Xbox, you should apply it to Sony too with the PlayStation. Like buying Wolverine means that the profits are going to Sony and they're going to Israel. I was like, break that scoop. What money? What money is Insomniac bringing in? Because we were talking about Forza, how Forza, a first-party studio, while yes, the profits would go to Turn 10 or whoever's making Forza Horizon. Like some of the profits will go to the developer, but they will also go to Microsoft, who will then take that money to develop other things that will go to the Israeli military. And they were like, well, with that logic, if you buy Wolverine, which is a game that's not out yet, so we're okay, dude. If you buy Wolverine, that means those profits will go to Israel too. I was like, do tell. And they bought us some obscure shit that's no longer true.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, sit down. Sit down. Grown folks are talking.
Yeah. You're basically saying like, well, this person is desire to his labor, and it's like you do know he does not have the ability to affect the change that he would like to see.
It's
like you do know that. Like you're not buying the game because if you don't want to buy the game from that person, it's because he's an asshole. You don't want to support that game. You don't have to.
Like initially, I thought that they were talking about, like I got the studios mixed up, right? So when he said Wolverine, I thought Naughty Dog. I said, no, that's not it, right?
No, that's not it.
But that's not it.
Like,
that's Insomniac.
That's Insomniac. Because it's like, what?
So yeah, it's like, yeah, we pointed out, she was like, yeah, no, dog.
Yeah.
That ain't it.
Like, that ain't it.
Just sit down and shut up.
But that's what I'm saying. Even if that was the case, I don't think that they're outside of many other companies. I don't think they are making Israel checks. Like, I think you're just not fucking with that man because that man's an asshole. And that's, you're well within your rights to do that.
Yeah, like Ruin said, like, look, there's many a reason to hate Sony.
Right.
That ain't it, dog.
Many reasons. I went to Walmart today and I seen how much those PlayStation 5s cost. That is definitely a reason. Big reason.
I mean, yes and no. Although, like, the word, like, I was watching a video about Xbox and their price increases and whatnot. Like, was consoles dead? No, but Xbox might be. And they were showing, like, the boilerplate statements that companies were putting out about the price increases. I was like,
yeah,
a turbulent economic situation. No, shut up. Just shut up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just no. Yeah, there are plenty, like Ruin said, there are plenty of reasons to hate somebody, but this ain't it.
Yeah, this ain't it. That's a bit of stretch. Oh.
Like, I get your argument about not wanting to support Forza, and like, oh, the little bit that Microsoft would make off of your purchase of Forza would definitely not do. Yeah, but that the point is, like, millions of people will buy it.
Yeah.
Like, $1 profit off of title would also just equal $1 million.
Yeah.
Like, shit adds up over time. If I'm not contributing to that, and more people don't contribute to that, and that's like a fraction of that million that they get.
Yeah.
And he's like, I mean, of course, like the argument, which I used to make too, was like, but what about the people who made it? Wouldn't it hurt them? I said, see, that's what pressure looks like. This isn't supposed to be comfortable for anybody.
Right.
If anything, this would pressure the employees internally to also push for Microsoft to divest. Because, hey, you eating into my check.
Right. Plus, it wouldn't matter anyway if they had a good turn or a downturn, they would be laid off anyway.
Well, because I mean, by the pure fact that it's Microsoft.
By the pure fact that it's Microsoft, case in point, Tango Gameworks. Like, hello?
I mean, like, I removed the story today. LinkedIn just laid off, what, like 4,000 people today? No, that was Cisco. Yeah. That was Cisco. But LinkedIn laid off people today.
Yeah. It's like you do a good job, you lose your job. You do a bad job, you lose your job. You do a okay job, you lose your job. You do a great job, you lose your job. Like,
get promoted to management, your job is safe.
Yeah. So, like I say, that dog does not hunt.
Ooh.
It doesn't at all. So I can't for the life of me understand where it would be like
stop.
Oh. I was like, what merge say? Oh, okay, I see it. But yeah, it's like, if you're doing the things says, it's like what one of my old pastors used to say, like, when you do like the fasting, you'd be like Lent, and you'd be fasting for Lent. If you're not fasting for the right reasons, just eat the pork, drink the beer, drink the Coca-Cola. You're not fasting for the right reasons, because your fasting is to taking away something that you love and sacrificing from that thing in order to have a closer, closer like connection with your faith. And if it's like, if you ain't gonna do it for the reasons that is there for it, just by force and go on about your business. Like, just don't tell us that.
And it hurts so much. Like there have been times I thought, like, look, I could just buy it and not say anything.
And you could. And
but I won't. But I won't.
And I appreciate you for that.
I stand on fucking business, bro.
You man of principles. I told you that when it was me and Ubisoft, because I had the conversation about that. Like, I had the internal struggle with myself about that because I was staying on that. Like, how many times you were talking about like Assassin's Creed or what was it like? What was that game that
You
came
know,
and went?
well, came and went. X Defiant.
X Defiant, yeah. And you were like, "Nah, I'm good." But yeah, with Anode, it was kind of like, but with the Anode argument, it's like it's one of my 2 or 3 games. I'd say Uno is one, Anode was another, um, Division was another. If they come out with a Division 3, I'm gonna be there with you. I'm gonna be there with you. But real as it stands now, I'm not like I have played the Anode. I am looking at the 117. I've been looking at those reviews and I'm gonna play it. But when I do, you'll either hear about it or you'll see about it, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, Ubisoft is so great. It's such a great company and they never do anything wrong. No, it's me being like the urge to play this game was strong enough and I just happened to play this game. But I'm not stumping for it. Should I buy it? No, I don't think you should buy it.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Assassin's Creed 4. Assassin's Creed 4 will be repurchased though.
Yeah,
that was my favorite Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Because that's what I'm saying. If I'm going to go through this game, but EA is dead to me. Done. Like not even because of the buying of the thing. And I want to play some Mass Effect. My homie KB has been going through Mass Effect, and I've just been so jealous. Because I love the fact she's playing Mass Effect because finally I can watch one of her streams because she plays nothing but horror games all the time. I'm like, great. I went to her stream. I was like, hey, yay! Finally a stream I can actually watch without me covering my eyes while I watch it.
Just only pull up the chat and just start chatting.
Like I truly can't even watch. I can't even watch the shorts, man. The shorts scare me every time because I'm like, oh, okay, God. But that's what I'm saying. We make the piece, we make the things. I wrestled with it, and I said, you know what? Maybe I might. If you see me playing Anode on stream, don't say nothing.
All right.
Just have a conversation.
I'll probably forget more than anything.
Right. And most I'm probably forget too, because I'd probably just be like yammering about this. I'd probably just be yammering about trade routes and how do I not fertilization. I forgot what they call it. Anyway, like resource nodes or whatever. But the point of the matter is, that's like I've made that peace and I've made that understanding and conversation with it. And I made my peace with the Lord on it, and I just say, hey, I'm gonna be at some point. I'll probably play or stream an Anode game, and it is what it is. So, and best believe if I do buy 117, it's gonna be for as cheap as I possibly can muster it, with how I've met 11 different thing codes. Shoot, as many discounts as I can muster. But yeah.
Going into legit gaming news now, eBay told GameStop, fuck off.
It's a get showing. As they should. Because why was even that a thing?
See, Engadget, this is coming from Engadget. eBay rejects GameStop's offer, calling it neither credible nor attractive.
Mm-hmm. So you're not even credible, nor.
There's nothing wrong with coupon backs.
Stop it. That's my turn. Stop it, bro. Stop.
eBay has rejected GameStop's unsolicited $56 billion takeover bid, calling it neither credible nor attractive, according to a letter from eBay chairman Paul Pressler, seen by Bloomberg. The reaction may set in motion an attempt by GameStop to take the offer directly to eBay shareholders or replace eBay's board with one favorable to its offer via proxy fight.
The you know what that kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of like it's like those videos where it's like a beautiful woman is in the club. A beautiful woman is in the club. Gorgeous, wonderful dress, dancing to the music, life, love, and liberty. And there's this weirdo man coming up talking about, hey, gorgeous, can I buy you a drink? hey, I got a nice car. Would you like to take a ride? And he's like, let me holler at you. Like, hey, I got some beautiful paints in my apartment. Would you like to see them? And it's like, bro, stop, bro. She said no. That's what that feels like. It feels like somebody is courting somebody who is, again, as you can say, not as credible, not as attractive, nor as attractive, and just not even. And they're like, ew, no, we're not there. We're not there yet. No. Plus, eBay sells awesome. eBay sells a lot of things. It sells a lot of things. You just I went to a GameStop yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I went to a GameStop yesterday. I was like, what did they do? What did they do to the game that I love? What did they do to the place that I love? What is this? Like Funkos? Like merch? Card get TCG? What is this? Y'all selling loose cards? Hello? Loose cards for 99 cents. That's what got me.
Yo, let me get a Lucy.
Yu-Gi-Oh in there. Yeah, let me get some loose cards, bro. Let me get some let me get some fire energy, and let me get a couple let me get a couple of EX cards, and let me get some of them land cards right over there from Magic, and let me get some Magic cards. Let me get some loose Magic cards. Okay, all right. Like it's like a shell of its former self, man. It's like, and then maybe like the other half is games. It's like one half of the store is games, the other half of the store is not games, and like the non-game stuff is just like dust on the cards. I almost bought a pack of Pokemon cards at the Impulse, and I'm like, dude, what am I doing? Get out of here. What am I doing? What is this? What is this? What is this? And it's like, and then I'm just looking at games for like, more or less like the prices that you would get from more like less cheaper than what you would get from Woot, like, which is just great value Amazon.
Right.
And I'm like, come on now, what are we doing? I could be buying this off Woot. Ew, get out of here. What was I thinking? Like,
that was our Read It Ruins post. I hope Kev's fictional dude trying to pick up that woman had a fedora also.
Oh, listen, no. My fictional guy had a gold medallion chain, an open V-neck shirt, right? Oil chest hair, right? Sunglasses inside, right? And an expensive watch that does not work. That's my guy. A very expensive watch that doesn't work. You ask him the time, he's gonna check his phone. That watch don't work. That really paints the picture. One thing about me though is I'm a storyteller. Yeah, wearing some very polished but still very scuffed shoes, loafers, penny loafers, in fact, with no socks.
Oh
Kind
my
of,
god.
kind of like a combination of like, basically like a Polly Del Vecchio, but with like, I don't know, like real like red flag energy. So not really calling Delta. More on the situation scale.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Yeah.
Jersey Shore
Yeah,
without
definitely
being
Jersey.
slightly stereotypical.
Very, very legally distinct Jersey Shore. You know, maybe Floribama Shore.
Like it's given kind of like Persian in a way.
Yeah.
And I regret saying that as much as
There's a dude I love on here that I think he owns like a spice shop, and he is that guy, but he is so cool where he just like he has like a thing where he just goes like, and he's real cool with it though. He's really cool. Like it's like they found they found him. It's like they thawed him out like Austin Powers style.
Stop it.
So like he got frozen in the 70s. And then they like defrosted him, and he still owns the shop. Like that's,
you know what I'm thinking of? It's the characters that Key and Peele played.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or
No, Night of the Roxbury.
nah, they are too clean.
No. But they the same. But they were clean. That was the problem. They were clean, but they didn't know how to talk to women. It's like it's Night of the Roxbury. It's like Will Ferrell.
I was thinking like what Greg from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Is it that's the name? Is it Greg? What's the name?
Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Carl, but Carl has shoes on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like Carl has shoes on and a relatively clean button-down shirt. It's
what Carl aspires to be.
Right. It's what Carl aspires to be. It's like Carl in his youth.
Carl could talk to women, not well, but he could.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like they can talk to women.
He leave with somebody, but not who he thought he was leaving with.
Right. He was basically like, it's that end of the night who's lingering in the parking lot kind of vibe.
Stop it! Oh my god, let's move on.
Yeah. I mean, we really truly said enough that we could say about it. It was a stupid bid, and EA was like, not EA. eBay was like, nah, we don't want that.
Excuse me, this is coming from Eurogamer. Nintendo announced a Switch 2 price increase. Consoles will soon cost $500 in the US. We sincerely apologize for the impact these price revisions may have on our customers.
That's what I love about Nintendo. Nintendo is a very distinctly Japanese company where they're like, we apologize. My bad. Like, we didn't want to do it, but we did it. We didn't want to do it. It's that we didn't want to do it, but we had to, because what? Turbulent shakes in the market. Jolts in the market.
So of course these prices are going happening across US, Canada, Japan, and Europe.
Yeah.
US from $449.99 to $499.99. Canada from $629.99 to $679.99. Europe from $469.99 to $499.99. Which is I want to say it's probably the least change. I don't know. Exchange rates are probably in there somewhere too.
Yeah.
In Japan, the price of the Switch 2 will increase from 49,980 yen to 59,980 yen starting on May 25th.
Which was like wow, because they also went up on the Japanese only Switch 2, that was I think I think that was also like, priced cheaply, and then they were like, oh, that's gonna go up too. So I was like, ooh.
See, the Switch 2 price increases in the US, Canada, and Europe will be taking effect on September 1st.
Mm-hmm.
However,
that does give you time.
Yes, it does. in true Sony fashion, mind you.
Yeah.
But hey, if you act quickly, Nintendo's bundling up some games with the Switch 2.
Which is actually really good. Which is really good.
From early June, Nintendo will offer a choice of, this is coming from Polygon. From early June, Nintendo will offer a choice of 3 bundles, or rather a single bundle, which offers a choice of 3 games. Nintendo Switch 2 Choose Your Own Game bundle will include a download code that can be redeemed for a digital copy of either Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, or Pokemon Pokopia. Pokopia, excuse me. The bundle will cost $499.99, the same price as Mario Kart World bundle that launched with the system. Effectively, you're getting the same game. You're getting the game for $50, a savings of $20 to $30, depending on the title. For September 1st, that's how much you'll pay for a Switch 2 with no game included. I'm just gonna say, like, maybe get Mario Kart World. I'm just saying. It's like an evergreen title. You can play with your friends.
Yep.
You can play with somebody with a Switch 1. If you do game share, it's great.
Game share, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. That is an amazing feature, though.
Yeah.
To be able to play Switch 2 multiplayer games with a Switch 1 user, it's fucking dope.
Yeah.
So yeah, in early June, does not say what the date is.
No, they'll probably. It's more like when they say early June, it'll probably be like.
I'm pretty sure there'll be a direct that will say, "Hey, it's available now."
Yeah.
So definitely go check that out when it's available.
Indeed.
Kev, this is gonna hurt us because it's a game that was played on Thursdays.
Yeah.
And now they're doing the fuck shit.
Yeah.
Excuse me. This is coming from Gaming on Linux. Developers of Party Animals announces an AI video contest. Game gets a review bomb.
Yep.
Party Animals developers Recreate Games recently announced an AI video contest, and it went down like a lead balloon.
Yeah, it did.
With all the well-reported issues and concerns surrounding generative AI, you would think it would be an absolute given that announcing an AI contest would be a thoroughly idiotic idea, but apparently not. Someone genuinely thought this was a good enough idea to put online. And currently, at least as of this article, it is sitting at mostly negative on Steam. And of course, this wouldn't be Tech Talk Thursdays if we did not check on that. So let's see here. Party Animals is currently sitting at a mostly negative.
Damn.
Hate to see it.
Hate to see it.
Hate to see it. As a result, the developer has somewhat attempted to backtrack on it, sort of. Well, they're now asking for opinions on what they should do, which includes keeping the AI category.
Yeah, I don't think you really truly get the point of
Oh my God. We'd like to leave the next step up to the community. Please vote on what we should do. 1, cancel the AI video contest. 2, change it into a non-AI creation contest. 3, keep the AI category and add a separate handmade category. You could just change it. Why was this even a fucking question? Oh my God. In better development news, however, Double Fine is unionizing.
Huzzah.
This is coming from Aftermath. Double Fine, the Microsoft-owned studio behind Psychonauts and more recently experimental fare like Keeper and Kiln, is set to unionize per a petition filed to the National Labor Relations Board. The petition filed May 7th says that, like other Microsoft Game Division studios that have unionized to date, Double Fine workers are making their unionization push in conjunction with the Communication Workers of America. The union will include all regular part-time and full-time employees, a total of 42. Quote, this is coming from CWA's statement to Aftermath. Quote, on May 7th, the workers at Microsoft Studio Double Fine Productions announced their decision to form a union with CWA to preserve and extend the studio's commitments to creative excellence, diversity and inclusion, and worker quality of life. In tandem with requesting voluntary recognition from the company, workers have also filed an election petition with the National Labor Relations Board to secure union representation. We appreciate that Microsoft has taken a neutral approach and agreed not to interfere in any way with workers' rights to organize unions. The only good thing that's been coming out of Microsoft lately is the fact that handle y'all business.
Yep.
I would say this is like probably like, it surprised me that Double Fine hadn't done this earlier.
Because that's a very Double Fine thing to do.
Yes, it's like, wait, y'all haven't?
Tim, I would imagine Tim would be like, yeah, okay, sure.
I'm actually like, I'm wondering if this is still like, it was something I was reading earlier today, where like there is still that disconnect of like tech workers and just like white collar workers in general that have that disconnect between the rest of the working class. Yeah. Whereas like, and it's something I've come up against with other tech workers. Whereas like, we don't need to organize. We have it so good here. Why would we organize? And this was an argument that was made during a lot of the downsizing that was happening. Like within the past year, somebody made that argument to me.
It's like, just because some people got like, 5 bean bags and really good a la carte sandwiches, that's not enough. And a Gallagher machine, that's not enough. Like, come on now. Come on now.
So yeah, I'm wondering if that's what was the issue. Like, they just never really thought about it a lot. Because one, they were an independent studio up until a certain point.
Yeah.
And maybe like largely they were left alone from a lot of the downsizing that's been happening. But I'm also wondering too, like, if they're starting to notice the writing on the wall, is like, oh shit, it's now come to our doorstep. Maybe we should take steps.
Yeah, because Double Fine does not make those games that are like what you could say like system sellers. They make the artsy, kitschy, indie darling-esque games. Brutal Legend, Broken Age, Psychonauts. Keep the new game with Keeper, which I was very excited for because I like that style. But it's like, it's really that they don't make those like really huge chunky light games. They make little art projects, and that's typically what they do. I think another game they make like is a recent game they made is like a game called Kiln, which is like a multiplayer, esque game where you build armor out of like clay pots or something like that. So again, they don't make like big, like $1 million releases. Like, oh, this game's gonna sell like 100,000 units, like 10,000 units, 1 million units.
So it looks like, and I'm not sure if this is exactly true, but the first thing that came up that said they experienced layoffs was back in 2014.
Yeah. 2014.
Yeah, let's see, November 22nd, 2014. This was on Reddit. Excuse me.
Because I'm looking at the games. It's like, again, it's Psychonauts, it's Keeper, it's a bunch of remasters of old like LucasArts games. It's another game of their own, an original series called Costume Quest. Like they don't make big games. I mean, I was really surprised when they got acquired, to be honest. Like I was very surprised when they got acquired, because it's like, huh? They're big indie. What do you mean?
See, it was a forum post from 2024 on GameFAQs that asked, "Do you think Double Fine will get shut down next?"
I mean that you could, if they close down Tango GameWorks,
which was used as an example.
Yeah, I think Double Fine. I would have been more surprised that Double Fine wasn't the one that got chopped. Like, not next, them.
But I'm wondering too, like, if there were just more expectations on Tango than there was on Double Fine. It's like, okay, for what Double Fine is producing, they seem to be doing all right. However, Tango GameWorks, who put out, granted, when they were acquired, they were putting out a game for the PS5.
Yeah. So I would be,
which
so
was
all
right.
Which was, it was Ghostwire Tokyo. So
yeah,
like, for myself would be, by the, what would prevent Double Fine from being kicked would have been also the same thing that would have prevented Tango GameWorks from getting kicked as well. They make games of least inconsequence, but their games sell.
I mean, they had the Evil Within 2, Ghostwire Tokyo. I mean, it seemed like those were positioned to be more commercially viable.
Yeah.
And I hate talking about this shit because it's not what I like to do. But it's like they were more commercially viable than anything I feel like Double Fine would have made.
Yeah.
So it's like it costs. I think it's like it costs more money to make a Tango GameWorks game.
Yeah.
Than it would have to make a Double Fine game.
Yeah.
So it's like they're looking at I don't know. Double Fine's in the black. Tango GameWorks is not.
Yeah, because all their games cost like $10 and like 2 bags of Doritos to make.
There's like a couple of large pieces and a Mountain Dew.
Exactly.
We can get you a game. We can get you a game out, dog.
We can get you a game. We can get you a game out.
It's gonna have all the whimsy.
Yeah. Oh, it's whimsical AF now. Because I'm looking at this kiln, and it's glorious. It's delightful. It's just, it's like, if you're thinking about a company, and then you look at a Ninja Theory, and Ninja Theory only makes one game.
The last game they put out, they didn't make.
Yeah.
That was platinum.
Yeah. Yeah.
So congratulations to Double Fine. Hopefully everything works out for you. We're rooting for you here over on Tech Talk Thursdays. That's your analyst.
We are.
Baby's house.
Big supporter, them and their products. And I always feel like Tim Schafer is the anti Randy. Like, he's the Andy that didn't break. He's Red Hood. He's the Randy that didn't break.
Moving on. Yes. This is coming from GameSpot. Cosplaying gamers will raid EA HQ to protest Saudi Arabia's $55 billion buyout.
And I support that.
That was supposed to happen on May 11th. I've not heard anything about this.
Like I've not seen it across the TikToks. I mean, I haven't been actively looking, but
yeah, I'm wondering where that went. So let's see, we're on Player Alliance HQ. Let's check their events. All right, so May 11th has come and gone, I guess. So let's see. Is there anything in their news and media?
you would expect if that happened, they would have taken pictures. Somebody would take pictures.
There is nothing here.
Well,
Yeah, let's see, why is this thing not scrolling? All right, let's see. It is not on their calendar. So I don't know, maybe they canceled it? Let's check out their Reddit. Maybe something was posted here. Today. All right, so apparently it happened.
I'm like, did nobody break out the
Like, no posting on it. It's just like, it's referencing the article we're actively looking at.
I'm like, nope. Did nobody break out the Did nobody break out the DGIs and
Well, let's see. It was streamed live. Maybe there is a clip. Oh, wait. 3 days ago.
Oh, I see some. Okay, so for context, that thing that's over their head is called a plumb bob, and when it's red, that means your sim is in distress, meaning that it's very uncomfortable. It's either angry, scared. It's various amounts of it. So some of them having a red plumb bob means that they are upset. That's me, an old simmer right here. As you can see all the giant disembodied heads of
Jared Kushner,
MBS, Andrew Wilson. Let's go take a heart.
So here's the petition. 70,000 gamers say no price hikes, no AI layoffs, no censorship. Block the EA buyout.
And I do like the fact that they're streaming this through Sims 4, which I appreciate that. Because it would have been definitely seen, and it wouldn't have got lost in the chatter if they had picked another game. Though.
I mean, look, all I see are Sims. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep. So.
So it did happen. This is it.
Yeah, it did happen. It just was like, it wasn't on no YouTube or no TikTok.
Which is odd. Like,
it is, because it's like I would have wanted to see it so I could share it and maximize it.
Okay, so look, somebody did have a drone out. There is social media for this.
Okay.
They were on the news.
The news. One thing I always like about local affiliates is local affiliates will pretty much cover it because they're like, still a news day. I mean, might as well cover it.
So yeah, that happened. Good on them. Again, if you are not an actor, you can't be a factor.
Yep. Indeed, dude.
Let's see here. This one looks like it's broken, but this is a Kev joint. Okay, I think Let's see. There might be something with the wrong with the pile. Give me a second.
Okay. Refresh. Refresh. Not the first time in like 5 or 6 years I actually contributed an article to the Google Doc and it breaks.
All right, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Now I've got to give it a few moments.
Gotta wait for it to warm
There
up.
we go.
Yeah.
All right. This is from The Gamer, which apparently was blocked by my pie hole.
Oof.
That strait is closed.
Yeah.
Slay the Spire 2 already has 14 times as many negative reviews as the first game.
Yes. Great. Wild work. Crazy work.
Slay the Spire 2 has endured a tough start to life. Following up on one of the greatest roguelike games of all time can be easy, and the Megacrit team is finding that out the hard way. Just 2 weeks after the game launched, it suffered its first review bombing, with players frustrated with nerfs to several of the game's most popular cards. A second followed shortly after, as another update rolled out and was received poorly. Its third review bombing in the game's first 2 months, and perhaps the most significant hit late last week. This time, the swallows of negative reviews had nothing to do with the game itself, nor with any patch it received or the nerfs it dished out. Instead, a range of quote gamergators were unhappy that Anita Sarkeesian was listed in the credits.
Yes.
Note, she has been in the credits since the game launched on March 5th.
Right. So that's
been a whole 2 months.
Been a whole 2 months singing the praises of the game, playing the game hundreds, if not hundreds of hours. Because one thing Steam will do is Steam will embarrass you, and the way they embarrass you is by showing whenever you do a review, it shows how long you've been playing the game. So you'll see like, this game is trash, woke trash, 150 hours. This game, I can't believe Anita is in this game. I would have bought it otherwise. 56 hours. I would have refunded it if I knew she was in the game. 130 hours. Every single time. Every single time. It will embarrass you to no end. It will embarrass you to no end. And the worst part of it is they're probably still playing the game now. They're probably still playing the game now. And like I say, as somebody who has played Slay the Spire 2 and definitely has, played it for a number of hours, I can't say I can pull up the amount of hours that I've played it, which is sadly not as much because life and times and work and jobs. Oh yeah, I've only played like 11 hours. So I've only played like 11 hours game. I've played some of the multiplayer like once. Shout out to the homie Backslider D. So yeah, I've only played like some, but I can definitely have a strong opinion about it. What I can tell you for practice, one, the game is in early access. That's number one. The first game came out in early access. It had rough patches, but they smoothed it out, got to its 1.0, made it through, took everything. It launched. Wonderful game, beautiful game. This, like I say, this game is essentially a deck builder roguelike game. Well, not essentially it is, but the way the card works is everything is random. Runs are indicative. You might go to a different act, and you might have a different boss for that particular act. There's like 3-act structure. So you might get a run where you get a different boss at the end as another game. That's how the first game worked. That's how the second game works now. But the issue though that I'm always having, the only thing is the game is in early access. You can't be complaining about issues of card balancing when the game is not, when you just wait for 2 times. Also, the reason why people are complaining as much as they are is because because they don't like where it is in the beta branch. Because the beta branch is like, beta branch for those is, it's like a PTR or PTS, where public test server, where they'll push out, you know, an update, but they don't want it to affect the main branch of the game, so they push it out to the beta version. People play the beta version so they can get the new stuff early. They can play the new stuff early. But more often than not, that stuff is broken. more often on the beta branch, that stuff is broken. Woefully broken. And so people say like, okay, this is broken, that's broken, this is broken, this needs to be fixed, that's that. So people are going. So when people were, the first negative was basically Chinese players wanting to have localization, and they were mad about that. Which again, I understand that, but that stuff's coming. This is an early access game. That stuff's going to be coming soon. Second one was like card balance, like I say, card balancing between different cards that they were, because they want to make the game less. They want broken in the form of metas, because they don't want people to rely on metas, because they actually want people to play all of the games so they can use that data to find which is the bad thing, which is the thing, and then, you know, do buffs and nerfs between builds. When people start playing metas, that basically the data is skewed, because more people are trying to play a game, and then it's like, hey, if you're trying to get to Act 3, you need to play these builds, or you can't play this at all. Meaning more people are leaning on this character as opposed to this character, and they want better data. So that's where they need the information, so they can make proper balancing and proper balancing changes. And they made proper balancing changes, and people hated it, and so they got mad about that again. The Anita Sarkeesian stuff is almost like weird to me, because my people in Christ, she didn't make the game. They just had 3 phone calls with the person, and then that was it. And they were like, okay, we'll put you in the credits. She was in the credits the whole time. Like, this is a nothing burger with nothing fries and nothing shake.
Like, I'm looking at the credit. I'm looking at the reviews, right?
Right.
And I filtered myself, all right, what, like, for the most recent, and it only goes back as far as May 5th for some reason. I don't know what happened to the last 2 weeks, like 10 or 9 to 10 days. Yeah. But like, it stops at May 5th, which is very odd and very funny, because that is exactly 2 months after this game came out.
Exactly 2 months. Exactly 2 months. Because it came out in March.
March 5th. It's right here.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I for the life of me don't truly understand the level of people. Because again, people have been playing this game for hundreds if not thousands of hours. There's currently nearly 200,000 people playing this game. The last check of yesterday, it was nearly 200,000 people playing this game, according to Steam DB. What are we doing? Y'all are hot mad that a lady that you don't like is in a game.
To be fair, most of it's about the changes.
Yeah.
Like, I've only seen like 3 out of the 20 I've looked at that mention Anita Sarkeesian.
Right. And the changes are happening in the beta branch of the game that allows people to see the problems and say, "Oh, this is not good. You need to fix this."
Also, I mean, wait, and I know you mentioned this, but this bears repeating. It's an early access game, right?
It's an early access game.
Why are they reviewing early access games?
Right.
Why is that even a thing? Like, shouldn't there just be a developer forum that they can go and say, hey, like, I mean, just like be simple, like just be like basic human beings be like, hey, this balance change did this. We're not really seeing this. Maybe have like some discourse, right?
Right.
Instead of just being like the worst of the fucking worst, most disgusting people on the planet.
Right.
With or without mentioning Anita Sarkeesian.
Yeah. this they have that within Steam. It's called the community tab. It's a community tab. There's community forums for the game. There's forums in the game which you can complain and have conversations with people in the game. There's Discord. There's the Discord. There's subreddits where people can voice their displeasure about the game. There's platforms. There's people have YouTube channels, TikToks, Instagram.
Oh, I think we lost Kev, or yeah, most of the reviews that I'm seeing here are about like the changes. Yeah, I think we might have lost Kev. Yeah, I'm wondering if most of the reviews that came in for this were about Anita Sarkeesian, and they all started coming in like around May 5th, because it is just it's odd that a lot of these negative reviews just start like they just all come to an end on May 5th, like 9 days ago. It seems odd. But also, this behavior from these gamers TM seems really odd. What's going on, Baba Tech? How you doing? I know those people. I told them it's kind of pointless the fight they doing. I mean, what can you tell gamers TM? What can you tell them? No, let me switch you off here. Excuse me. All right, Discord still seems to be up. Is the live stream still up? Yeah, live stream. Oh, there he is. Dude, have you not realized you've been gone this entire time?
What happened?
You've been gone.
Where did I go? I'm the 400. No! Okay.
I don't know. But like, you've been gone for like at least a couple of minutes, dog.
You don't hear me?
Like frozen.
Oh, I was just frozen. Okay.
Like, but no, I mean like froze, like no audio, nothing. I thought the call got cut. I
was like, what? Okay.
And it seemed like I caught you mid-range. So I was like, you had no idea.
It was like,
Like I said, I think I lost them. Like, I don't know. Like that, I sent you a message and everything. It's like, yo, you there?
I was here. I was here. I was yelling.
Versus there to cut them out. You were making too much sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah.
Shut him off. Shut it down.
Cut him off. Cut his mic. But yeah, I was just saying, like, a lot of the problems, like I said, to condense the best I can. There are, I guess you would say, issues, but again, early access. If this terms of localization, guess what? Early access, they're getting to it. This is a small team. This is literally like small team, about the size almost as like Sandfall. It's a really small team, and it's headed up by two buddies that just wanted to make this game. And so it's basically a small group, and so the localization will come. With the terms of card balancing, again, early access, and a lot of this stuff was introduced into the base branch, in the beta branch, which is not to affect the main branch game, which is basically the game, the game itself. I guess you could say like the game itself. And so it's going to change. Even they went to the point where a boss was literally beating the community so bad, they were like, we got to take the game. We got to take the boss out. And they were complaining that they took the boss out. They should have just nerfed it. And it's like, the boss is making you guys is killing runs. We need to like take it out. The best thing that they can do is take it out and then retool it when they feel better. Again, maybe they'll come back. Maybe that boss will come back in the 1.0. So you just have to know that at the end of the day, I don't want to be that person. I don't like being that person say it's not that deep, but I'm just saying there is a time when you have to consider that this game is in early access and this game is subject to change at any moment. And if you do not like what is going on, please voice your pleasure. You have many avenues to complain and voice your displeasure at. Choose those instead of like complaining about instead of like review bombing, because I feel like at some point review bombing is just like performative in a way when you have so many different avenues to display to voice your displeasure outside of being like, oh, this game is good. And I understand reviewing a game and not liking a game is one thing. Making a concerted effort to review bomb a game that you loved, that didn't steal your money, that didn't stop in mid development, because they ran out of money. I See You Jump Like Odyssey was a wonderful game, and they just said, yeah, we're gonna just stop because we ran out of money, but we're gonna keep selling the game though. It's not gonna get any updates, but we're gonna keep selling the game because we need to recoup the costs of the development that we made. And so yeah, I think at the end of the day, and I don't really talk about the Anita Sarkeesian stuff because that's just a nothing burger. It's a nothing burger with nothing fries and nothing.
I don't support the toxic woke. I don't support people who publicly detest video games and those who play them. At what point did she do idiot at? Like, I remember watching Feminist Frequency, not with any frequency, but
she just told y'all to do better.
Literally, like,
she just told y'all to be less assholes, and you were like, "How dare she tell me what I can and can't be?" A woman telling me I can't be an a-hole? How dare?
Yo, have you seen this discourse around Keith Lee?
Oh, I know what that discourse is. That discourse is my wife. That man said, "I stopped when my wife stopped. My wife don't want no more kids. I'm not having no more kids." That's all he said. That's all he said. He said, "I love my wife, and I want my wife to be here. But if my wife say 3 is enough, guess what?
3 is enough.
3 is enough." That man literally said, "Happy wife, happy life," and men were mad. One woman was like, I can't support Keith Lee anymore. Something about him. He's done too much. And I think that's where it's like, there's that level of where at one point you're grassroots, you're hungry, you're visible, they want to support you. Another thing is like, you're too big, you're thinking you're too bigger than the platform, which, spoiler alert, nobody's too big. Nobody's bigger than the program. Nobody. And then you're out there doing good stuff. You're on like the daytime television. I shouldn't say Ellen DeGeneres, but she ain't been a thing in years. I forgot. But daytime television. You're on daytime television. You're doing big things, and then people are just like, "All right, you're doing too much now. You're doing too much. I used to like you on the TikToks, but now I see you on Sherry. I don't know. I don't like that. I seen you on Tamron Hall. I don't like that. You're doing too much." And it's like, at some point, either I'm gonna be the biggest, baddest person on the planet, or I'm just gonna be the regular person. But what I'm not gonna be is I'm not gonna apologize for being a success, continue to being positive, and continue to be a good influence, and continually trying to pull people up. He'll pull people up not by their bootstraps, but under their arms and lifting people out of bad situations and elevating people to better. One bite of food at a time.
Like it's ridiculous. Like that is
ridiculous.
Like that is the stance that I take. Is like, bro, like my wife is done, we done. Like, especially with her being a black woman, like infant mortality, maternal mortality rates are like just fucking insane for black women. Like, what are we doing? Like talking about like, oh, like I need to be a man, put my foot down. Like, I'm just like condemning my wife to death at this point, bro. What the fuck?
I mean, there was a time when the lady that was effectively like, you know, that was like forced to continue to carry her baby to term, even though she was like in a comatose state, you know. And I literally was like sitting there and I was thinking about it, and then something just clicked in my mind, and I'm like, and I was just sitting up there like, Death Stranding. This woman's a still mother.
Not where I saw that conversation going at all.
It was like one of those things where I was like, this woman, not them jokers trying to make a BB.
Not where I saw that conversation going.
I was like, what do you mean? I was lit. That's how it hit me. Cause it was like, this woman, they really made this woman into a still mother.
I mean, I was going to go the slavery route, but sure. I mean, you do you, dog.
That was, I mean, yes.
You do you. That wasn't where I was going.
It was like, that's just how the level of egregious that it was. Because it's like, why did you actually try to make Kojima right? Hello?
Anywho.
Now we also gonna have a cancer patient as the president. Hello? And
I mean, we did. I mean, we did for the last part of his presidency. No, wait, no, he was diagnosed when he left.
When he left.
Yeah.
Nah, he wasn't in the Oval. It was not a bed in the Oval Office. I was like, my Lord, bro. Because like I said, we used to look at like Metal Gear Solid plots and be like, I mean, that's too weird. That can't happen. And then like what was it?
Never missed. Just never missed.
Never missed. And then they were like, damn near the Patriots. Like, damn near the Patriots. Literally, bro, from Raiden was like, make America great again. I was like,
that's when it hit me for real.
I'm like,
but to be fair, I think Reagan said it first, but
yeah, but it just was like, it was one of those things that was so it was like people were like playing the game, or the clips of the game came out, and people were like, word.
To round this out, iOS, macOS, and iPadOS 26.5 came out. Excuse me, along with some other updates, tvOS, HomePodOS, watchOS, visionOS, all that shit. Apple released some updates over the this past week. So hey, I would say update your shit. Please do it. They do patch some vulnerabilities. This update does come with RCS end-to-end encryption. So for those who are texting with Android users who use RCS, your messages are now encrypted. But this isn't as important. Like, this update to me still isn't as important as that 26.4.2 update that came out that fixed that huge gaping hole for Signal and other apps when you want to install them. But yeah. Update your shit.
Yep.
And that's it. That's all I got. Had my mouse too close to my keyboard, couldn't click. Kev,
yes, sir.
Since you were the only other person here, what do you have going on this week? What was going on with you last week?
Well, for one, I have been playing a copious amount of like indie games. Like, I mean, a ton of indie games, and I have been enjoying them very thoroughly. It's like one of those like, it's like what we would call like it's a problem, but it's a good problem to have, but it's still a problem. Where it's like we played so many good games, I to the point where I had to shout out to the developers. I had to double up. I had to do like multi-game streams because I could not play the. I couldn't just be like a day because I was running busy, running crazy with my mom and stuff. Um, so been playing those, and I've just been like recommitting myself to investing in hobbies that do not cost money. That not say doesn't cost money, but do not require internet access, do not require power to use. So I've been doing my Gunpla, and I have built my my RX. Let me say RX 78-2, which is Gundam, and I built this last night. Took me almost about 4 hours to build. And when I talk about why did it take so long, Kev, because I keep dropping the parts with my hand, with my fingies, and having to then roll across the floor, roll around the floor, almost being like almost getting up and being a human dust bunny live on Twitch. And yeah, I've been building Gunpla since I think earliest part of this year. Started doing that. I currently have built 3 Gunpla models. Have been enjoying that because again, I'm looking more into doing more non-electric hobbies. Basically, like something that don't need to be charged, something that doesn't need Wi-Fi or internet. I'm more trying to, kind of give myself a break from screens, and it's been kind of good. Coloring has helped, puzzles have helped. Just something to break some screen dependence. Reading actual books and not on screens has also been good. So that's also I've been saying, like, buy physical media, buy physical books. I keep physical books with me at arm's length, so I buy these books, especially indie manga. Indie manga is always good. I'm a big proponent of indie manga, so buy it. So shout out to Tony Weaver. Weirder is great. If you have been a black nerd in the 90s and early 2000s, you should have a copy of Weirdo. It is a really good book. It's really good to read. So I've been definitely doing reading and stuff. So that's been actually pretty good. So it's been helping me limit my screen dependence as much as I can. And also, reading is if you are having trouble sleeping, reading a book is really good at night because it kind of like breaks the tension and it kind of makes you sleepy. And so reading at night is also good. Read like a few pages and you're good. What else? What else? Think next week is like Munchkin's honor day. So hopefully Munchkin will not be crying because that lady really loves school, and it is kind of wild when. And I'm hoping that I may be able to get a picture with her not crying the entire time. So I'm hoping, just hoping, but I believe. Oh gosh. Well, yeah, She's gonna be advancing to another grade. Yeah, I would say which one, but I've kind of forgotten.
Damn.
I'm a bad dad. I'm a bad dad. Maybe sometimes I'm like, what grade she is, and I'm like, oh god, I don't want to ask Tasha because if I ask Tasha, it's like Tasha's judging me. Help! I'm a bad dad. But she's graduating. Thankfully, it is also not 8 o'clock in the morning because I'm like, I don't understand why. It's gonna be like 10:30, and I'm happy about it because that way I can just grab a breakfast sandwich and I can grab a breakfast sandwich on the way, grab my DSLR because I am that parent, and take pictures of her awkwardly holding a certificate. And I believe that's about it. Yeah.
All right, let's see here. For me, let's see. We did some slight Mother's Day things. Which we forgot to mention. Happy Mother's Day to those who celebrate.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, forgot to mention that. I thought about that.
Yeah.
Last week, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I wish everyone that was a Mother's Day, and I made my mom some of her favorites. She was like, she didn't want to go out. She didn't want to go out to no restaurant to fight with somebody else's mama in the parking lot. So I just said, you know what? I just said, cool. What do you want for dinner? Whatever you want to make, Kev. And I was like, cool. I'm gonna thaw these drumsticks, and I'm gonna make some okra and tomatoes and rice, and I'm gonna make some squash and onions and some freshly baked croissants that I didn't bake. Thank you. Shout out to Kroger Bakery. And we just sat down and ate and watched the floor, and I gave her her present. Her present was she's been really loving Animal Crossing New Horizon stuff. She doesn't play the game, but she likes to watch me play it. So I have my own personal backseater in the game, which is always great. And so she likes Isabel, so I just got her a bunch of Isabel stuff. So Isabel t-shirt and an Isabel plush. So it was great.
I forgot that we were going to go somewhere, so I took a hit.
Oh.
And my wife came up like a couple of minutes later and said, hey, are we still going somewhere? Oh shit, I forgot we were supposed to go. Uh-oh. You're gonna have to drive.
Love of my life, you're gonna have to drive like you both.
Yeah, that was an interesting dinner. Outside of that, let's see. I don't know. I mean, it was it's kind of a relatively chill weekend. Not much happened. Actually, no. One thing did happen. I was at when I was at a meeting Saturday. I had started looking at some emails that I wasn't receiving from one of the servers. Realized that both of the servers were not doing things that it was supposed to be doing, and it was decom day for them. So I had to extend the decom out to this Saturday. So that's what I'll be doing this weekend. On top of doing having a kind of a organizing meeting with some local teachers from trying to capture some of that Mayday energy. And then hopefully, because I have made it clear to everybody in this house, I'm going to the range Saturday because I'm overdue. And as I had kind of mentioned earlier, or mentioned briefly, I got my concealed carry permit in the mail today. So as I was reminded, or I had mentioned earlier, said, look, I'm not a threat to the state. Kev reminded me, said, no, you are a threat, just not an imminent one. But yeah, so my concealed carry permit is here. I can now walk around anywhere with my gun. That will allow me to have it and not have to have it shown. Or I can kind of store it in places in my car close to my person and not have to worry about going to jail, as long as it is communicated that I do have the weapon close to me. That was also the kind of the like the barrier for me. Like, so now that I have it, I was actually going to maybe keep a loaded magazine. I've yet to do that yet because I'm like, I don't know. I should, but I'm not there yet. But I actually would like to test out my permit by walking around, or maybe keeping it in the car and see how that feels. Like, how does it feel on you? Are you okay? But but I would say too, like, mainly it was one, if in the event that I do have my gun on me and I'm also wearing my jacket, I don't have to worry about something. And if I had my gun sitting on the front seat, I slam on brakes and then hit on the gas, and then it slides underneath my seat. Would that be an issue? So those are the two main reasons why I got the permit, not just so I can just walk around my gun all the time, like a lot of crazy folks tend to. Just more or less like, hey, keeping me on the right side of the law until we can start writing them ourselves. But yeah, outside of that, nothing's really going on. So my boss left today. Today was his last day, so now I currently have no direct supervisor. But immediately, like even before he left, his boss's boss started making some changes. Now I gotta turn on my damn webcam when I'm on calls, which sucks because I like to wear my bonnet.
Yep.
Yeah, nothing really is going on. It's been kind of chill. Again, just a heads up, there will be some dust. There is still some migration stuff that is happening behind the scenes. First, the migration off of DO or DigitalOcean, and then the long-awaited migration from Cloudflare. So a lot of stuff is moving. Please bear with me if sites go down. If there are some issues with anything happening, it's good to see that the bot's still working after its migration on both Discord and on Twitch. So been doing pretty good so far. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Oh, one more thing too. I have kicked the owl to the curb. The Duolingo owl no longer bothers me because I realize how desperate that bird is. Oh no, you broke your streak. You broke your streak, but we saved it. We saved it again. We said, look, this is the last time. Oh no, I'm just kidding. We saved that too.
That bird is starving.
Okay. I finally broken away from the bird. I'm excited. There's another app that I have on my phone that I'm wanting to try, but have not really gotten around to trying it, which was the one reason why I kept using the bird, because it kept being annoying enough for me to go back and actually do my Spanish lesson. Now that I'm ignoring it, it's hard for me to do Spanish. But yeah, that's all I got. Thank you all so much. Again, Sin, please, hopefully you got some rest.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you next week. Kev, thank you for joining me as always.
Yes, sir.
Anka, I know you still up. When you coming back?
Yep.
But on that note, thank you again, everybody else. Thank you for everybody tuning in, watching, bearing with us through any technical issues. Luckily, not as bad as last week. Oh no. I am getting word, Kev, that the voice chat is dead. The TBG voice chat is dead.
Uh-oh.
The last person stated that Discord refreshed on their phone while they were gone. Long live that Discord voice chat.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Of course, you all could have been anywhere in the world, watching any stream in the world. You could have been reading the tech and gaming news yourself, but you said no, thank you. We're here to support our workers all day, every day, without question. Until they decide to stand in front of us in the way of progress. And for that, I said thank you. And all I've got left to say to you, one of those people out there, is no one's going to save us but ourselves. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And as always, I love you. And peace. Ha.
Wakanda forever.
The little hearts. The Chinese heart. All right, let me get out of here.